Do, 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 do. Back up. Let's go. Maybe I should lower this. Is that better? This. Nah, let's just stick to this. Let's do this. Do, 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 do. Brain clot. Hey, welcome in, everyone. Let's do this. So we got our first guest, Cranston.
So,
Hello.
hey, how you doing?
Good. How old are you?
38.
Go ahead.
So, can we talk about taxes or no?
For what?
For billionaires.
Why?
Because it's something that you've talked about previously and I couldn't get on. Or you only want to talk about the prompt.
Hey, sure. I guess off topic, but sure. Go ahead.
So, can you explain to me, and it's not rhetorical at all, whatever like our fiscal situation is as a country, if you zero out all the billionaires, how is that fiscal situation alleviated?
Who said zero them out?
No, like if you like, because
What?
I've heard analysis because it's a hypothetical. Some
But
people
no
say
one's
even
saying
if
to
you
zero them out. But I'm
even
not.
just to finish my question, and then you can take all the time to respond. If you take all the billionaires in America, if we zeroed them out, it doesn't make a dent in the debt that we have to pay off, in the programs that we need to fund, and all the things that we need to improve the conditions of the working class. Like, I haven't done a deep dive into this, but perhaps you have. So does taxing them really help?
Well, I mean, not saying to zero them out, but if you zero them out, yeah. Because here's the thing: if you look at like the direct debt, yeah, but that's not how the debt gets paid off. It's not just them; it's everyone plus them. So they have about 7 trillion, I think $5 to $7 trillion. The debt it gets fed by the you know revenue in the budget. The budget is seven, the revenue is five. So even if you're to zero them out, you could get money left over to actually start paying down the debt. It is possible. You have to cut spending too. You have to cut spending as well if you want to like actually go
Got
after
it.
the debt. Yeah, you have
Got
to
it.
do both.
Got it. And now something's coming back to me. I remember you saying, "Oh, it's not just like you zero them out, or even
Yeah.
close to zero them out. Like you have to raise corporate taxes too, right?"
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Like a
Yeah.
corporate consumption tax. That's something that probably will happen in the future just because I don't think that
Yeah.
if they're serious about paying off the debt, that's what they're gonna have to do. Because right now it's only 21%, which is really low. And historically, it's also somewhat low. Like before, it was a lot higher. I mean, they could probably put it up to like 25. Not even saying a crazy amount, even 30%. If you were to raise corporate tax to like 30% from 21, that would make a huge difference.
Do you like Thomas Piketty?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Have you read his books?
I have not, but I know who he is. I've not read his books.
So I think you'd really like them. Uh, don't you think that the main solution is cutting spending?
Well, the thing is, they fund the spending. It's just all lobby. A lot of it is just lobbied. Food. What do you mean propaganda? Live food? Prop, what's the propaganda from whom? From investing your money and actually trying to build wealth. But Cranston, to answer your question, yes, you have to do both, but you can't just do it by cutting spending.
Got it. No,
Yeah, yeah, you have to do both. Yeah,
I just
I
wanted
need to
to.
go more into the debt. I want to make a whole video about it, but yeah, you have to do more than just cut spending.
No,
Because
because like I just wanted to hear your fiscal analysis because like I sometimes listen to Chamath or Elon
yeah,
or some billionaire schmuck talking about like even if you zero us out, it
yeah,
doesn't
because they're only
self
counting on like
interest.
Yeah, because here's the thing, like you're only counting their wealth. Yeah, they don't have $40 trillion of wealth to pay off the debt in total. But if you were to like actually look at, the revenue, you include everyone else. Everyone else is 5 trillion. You can get 2 trillion from them and have a day where you have a budget surplus, meaning you can actually start to pay down the debt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Uh,
don't look at the total. Yeah, always look at think of it like this. You're not looking at the total debt. You're looking at what goes in, what goes out. Like your spending versus your revenue. If your revenue is over your spending, you can pay down your debt. The total debt doesn't actually matter. What matters is year after year, you have a surplus because eventually you'll pay it down. If you're taking in $10, you're spending $9, you have $1 extra. You'll pay it down. You have to keep it up for some time, depending on everything else. But you can pay it down over time.
so
That
so whatever your fiscal knowledge is, like who are your biggest influences?
in terms of
Like
like how to fix the budget, or I
they're
like
like Stieglitz, Krugman, uh
I know Krugman. I think I like what's his name. Yeah, you guys can join in a minute. Yeah, because everyone's like this prompt gets a lot of the day traders. I mean, I would say Ace
yeah,
Mogu if you know
the
who he is.
day traders are scammers, or they've been scammed. Like this is like I'm from India,
Hmm.
and we are a country of moderation. And like our parents teach us, if you want to get wealthy, you have to work hard. Like nothing's gonna happen overnight. But
Yeah,
like,
but oh, sorry, go ahead, finish.
when you move to America, bro, you gotta invest in Tesla. Like, just quit your job and invest in Tesla, and I'll teach you the technical charting of it. And it's just like schmucks and idiots.
Lower
Yo,
IWW. How old are you?
yo, I'm 18.
All right, go ahead. Speaking of, I guess, day
Okay,
traders,
okay.
your day trade.
Yeah. So when he said,
Yeah,
oh, what's his name? Craston? I can't read his full name because it cuts off,
yeah,
but
it's Craston, I believe.
Craston, he said, day traders think they're gonna get rich, right? I don't think any day trader thinks that they're gonna get rich from trading, right? It's just like something to like start you off. Most of the people who I know who got wealthy from day trading made their first six figures from day trading and then they went to like real estate. That's literally everyone. Every profitable trader,
They're
who
lying.
Well,
pardon?
let- let's take it back for a moment. But yeah, Cranston said that they're lying about, I
Oh
guess,
well, I
how
wish I
much
could
money
show
they
you
made.
proof.
Hmm?
But there's bank statements, there's everything, but I don't think it's a scam. No, it definitely could be gamble. It's definitely gambling for most people, but I don't think it's a scam.
Do
But
you
I
know what the
also,
odds are, or do you
yeah,
know?
it's like 2%. Yeah, I've seen the
Yeah, and that
statistics.
2% is not even, that doesn't even cover you making anything substantial. And here's the part too. You're 18, right?
Yeah, I'm
How many?
also a college student too.
All right, fair. And how many
Yeah,
hours a day do you take trading?
like, do like 2 hours max, like an hour,
Call
pretty
it 10 hours.
a
So
week.
yeah,
Okay,
or I guess not a week. It'd be yeah, no, it would be like what 1 hour a day, 7 hours in a week or so,
let's just
right?
say 10 hours, cause
No,
yeah,
round it up. Call it 10 hours.
yeah.
So 10 hours, depending where you live, that is with a minimum wage job doing part time, you could be getting $200 a week, plus investing where you're going to make money long term.
Okay,
Why would
continue.
it be worth it to trade? Because if you invest, you're gonna make money long term. You
Right,
will make money long term,
right.
and you're gonna have like a job that will pay you stable money. You don't have to trade and lose your
Yeah, for
money.
sure. I invest too, but I think of it as a ROI game, right?
Yeah,
So what I don't use my own capital, my funds. What I do is I use a prop firm. So
a funded account,
pretty much, yeah. So
a funded that's even worse. But
I don't think it's
no,
worse.
mathematically, that is one of the worst ways that you could do this. Do you know what a funded account is, right?
I do, yeah. So
Hmm?
let's I spend like the average account costs like $80 and my average payout is like 4K.
Yeah.
And I started trading last year, February, and I started making money April, but then I went on like a 4 month losing streak, and then
Okay.
these past 5 months,
Mhm.
I've like the first 2 months recovered all my losses, and then it's just like a snowball effect. And I know that like the stats are like like everyone loses in the long term, but so be it then, you know? I still have some extra like cash back that I could use and have my investments to go back on, but
Do
I
you
don't
know
think
like
it's a scam.
you do know like funded accounts? That's not real, right? It's all
Yeah, it's
simulated.
it is, yeah.
Do you know how a funded account works, right?
I do know, yeah. It's all simulated money.
No, apart from that, do you know how they make their money?
Yeah, by these fees that everyone loses.
Right, but apart from that, what they're letting you trade is just a derivative. Yeah, like you put in say X amount, they'll give you like X amount to trade with, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that money is just a number on a screen. It's not real. Only thing real is your money, and then they
Okay.
just put it through a leveraged instrument, meaning they just give you something that acts like a 10x on your money or a 100x on your money, and
That's
they'll
why I
show
said it's
you
all ROI game, you know? It's $80 to buy an account and my minimum payout's like what, 4K? So that's like what's the ROI on that? Like like
no, but
500,
hold. It's not five to be five. It'll be like 5,000, but
5,000 exactly, something like that.
that doesn't make sense because hold up, or it has to be a 50x, but yeah, it'd be like a 50x. No, but you do realize that you could do that all on your own without the fees, right?
What do you mean? It's just a one-time fee that I pay. It's $80 and it's literally it.
Don't they take a fee off your profits?
It's like 90-10 split, yeah. So if I request a $4,000
Right, you could
payout,
you could get 100% and do it on your own
I
and
don't
not pay
mind
any fees.
I don't mind the 10% that
No,
it's
but why?
it's
Hold up.
not a big deal for me, really isn't. Because I
No,
don't,
but you could get the same thing that you're doing
yeah,
without a funded account.
and use
Like
Live Capital.
it'll literally be the same thing, except they're not taking
I just
10% off
prefer
of.
I just prefer I don't know, I've never used Live Capital. I've never tried it. I don't know, that's a good point. I
I mean,
know.
how much money did you put in your account?
What do you mean, my Live Capital?
Yeah, into the funded account, $80.
Yo, my friend joined. He has 130K followers. He just
Okay.
said son in the comment.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you have people who have a lot of followers
Sorry,
because
he just caught me off
yeah,
guard, but
yeah, sure, you can have a lot of people have a lot of followers. It doesn't mean anything.
uh wait, what did you say? So yeah, I just never
It
used
literally
Live
means
Capital.
nothing. Hmm?
I just
What's
never
that?
used I just
Yeah, you
never
never had
used
like
Live
an
Capital.
actual account. See, like,
No, I just
hold
use
up,
prop firms.
how much leverage do they give you? You put
10x.
in a 10x, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So you could go and get like I think it's called like Everbright or there's like certain micro future contracts that you can
Why would I
trade
trade a micro when I could just
because
spend $80?
they will give you the same leverage that you have, except they don't have to take a split. You do
They
realize that
take,
they're
you know
taking
that commission
10%
fees
for no
are,
reason. Hmm?
you know that commission fees on live accounts literally add up, right? That's
They're
like
not
the
10%. They're not.
no,
Hold up.
I'm talking about commission fees whenever you take a trade.
Yeah, but those commission fees are
And then
going to
with
be
micros, you
less
know how
than
much
that.
micros are, right? One
Yeah.
tenth of a micro is one mini, right? And it's literally like a part of that commission. So literally one, if you take a trade based on one mini or one micro,
That's what you're trading. It's just in a funded account. It's effectively the same thing, except what you're doing is
sorry,
you're
my
just doing
friend is,
it
I
in
don't know what he's commenting.
simulation. Like it's the same thing, except you're literally
You
screwing
said
yourself out of
okay,
money.
but your whole point was talking about.
What?
I don't get your argument. It just doesn't
My
make sense.
argument is you can do 100% the same thing you're doing with the funded account, except without the funded account,
So you're saying
and you
trading
can.
does work, but your title is saying day trading is a scam.
No, I'm saying you can try to do whatever you're doing right now without getting 10% of your profits taken away if you think you
Dude,
can
that
beat the
doesn't matter.
market.
I
Hmm?
copy trade 5 accounts, right? And my last bet was 4K,
Okay.
so I made 20K. It's
Mhm.
the 10% in the long term it does add up, right? But
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me that
What?
much. The 10% really doesn't.
You wait, hold up. You said you made 20K. So you lost 2K for no reason. You literally lost 2K for no reason. Do you hear
It
yourself?
took me
Why? Why
five
would you do that? You
so
literally lost two
I
thousand
spent 400
dollars.
bucks. I spent 400
Yeah.
bucks on these accounts, right? And I got a 20K payout.
But they take 10%.
It doesn't really matter. 2K, not
Okay,
2K.
no, but hold up. That's
17-year-old in the
2.4K. That's 2.4K that you could have had. You lost that for no reason.
And
You real
so your point's now talking about that live trading is
No, but
better
my
than
hold up, but this
funded
shows like how
trading.
little you know. You realize you're trying to do trading. You made money trading, but
Yeah.
then you lost 2.4K because the thing that you were trading on, instead of vetting it and try to understand that
I could
10x
promise
leverage
you
that they're
5 accounts,
providing
the
you is not.
commissions using minis are going to be way more than 2K.
It's not.
I
I can
guarantee. Have
promise
you
you
ever
it's
tried
not.
it? Have you ever tried it?
I know people who have. It's not going to be 2K.
Well, have you tried it live hand or no?
Hmm?
Have you ever
Live
tried
hand?
it?
I don't have to personally try it. I know people who trade minis.
Well, I
It
know
doesn't
people.
cost that much.
I know people who said they saw aliens, but I don't believe it. It's
Why
kind of
would you?
backhand.
You can literally just go and look at the
So you do
things on
think
a
trading
mini.
does work,
Hold
right?
up.
But
No,
your
not
comments
even.
were saying,
No, but I'm showing you. I'm showing you.
yeah.
I'm showing you why. I'm showing you. Hold up, just start for a second. I'm showing you why you shouldn't be doing this. You were trading something with a 10x leverage, meaning that your returns are going to be 10 to 1, which is, good for small amount of money because, you want to get big returns because you don't have a lot of money to work with. I get that, sure. You want to try it out, sure, go for it. But then you lose 10% of anything you make. You're paying extra money. So for paying 10% extra that you don't have to pay, $400 extra you didn't have to pay, you're getting something that you could have got on your own with significantly less commission.
So you do think trading does work?
It depends if you know what you're doing, but at 18, I don't think you know what you're doing. I think you just got lucky.
Really?
But yeah,
Then how long would it take? How many years, right? Would you say
to be a
I
trader
need?
or
I
legitimate
need
trader.
until
Yeah.
it's not like,
It's not about how many years. You need proof that what you're doing works, other than just I made money.
I don't
Like
trade a statistical mechanical model. I trade purely mathematical concepps, right? So
how the
I have
wait,
40
wait. Can you please say that one more time?
I have 40 years of backtesting data on
Okay.
Bloomberg,
Okay.
which is all from mathematical
Wait.
derivatives.
Did you say you're using publicly sourced backtesting?
No, it's not publicly sourced. I could guarantee you.
Okay.
Okay, it definitely is publicly sourced, but I could guarantee you like 99% of people can't find it.
But does 99% of people don't have to find it? All it takes is one firm to find your data, and if it works, they will take all the money from your strategy.
Yeah, but prop firms, you don't need an alpha generation to trade because of the different like
I'm not saying alpha generation. No. What I'm saying is if there's a strategy that works,
yeah.
that's publicly available, any firm out there will just take that data and use
Like any
that
institution or
strategy.
like what do you
Yeah,
mean
any
institutions?
institution. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but institutions have level 3 data. Why would they need to use level 2 or level 1 data?
Because
It's just,
any data that works, they would use it. Yeah.
well, they have level 3. If you it's like saying you have a Lexus, you have a Toyota, and you have
Okay.
like a M5 and then like a Lambo, right? What car would you pick in a race? Why would you pick the
Because, well, no, that's not the
Lexus when you
same
could
thing.
have
Hold
the
up.
Lambo,
I'll
right?
let
It's
you
like
up S in a second, but IWW, you're not getting what I'm saying. It's about making money. If there's a strategy that you can make money with guaranteed, they're gonna use that until it stops making money.
you know
That goes for
what
anyone.
you know what a hedge fund is, right?
Yeah, I know what a hedge fund is. Yeah,
Tell me what hedge means. Hedge.
it's
Do you know what
hedging
hedge?
against risk. I know what a hedge
Exactly.
fund is.
Exactly.
I worked in
That's
private
their
equity,
whole.
dude.
Do you
I
really?
yes,
I would have
yes.
never noticed. You don't look like the PE type of guy. Where do you live in New York?
No, not in New York.
I
I'm
would
in
have.
LA.
I'm actually trying to. I'm actually in
Are you
finance
trying to
right now.
get to
Trying
New
to be
York? But
in.
here, let me let up this S guy. Hold up.
Yeah,
This S.
he made 480K last month. He has every brokerage statement, banker statement that you need.
Yo,
Congratulations.
son.
Yo,
Stop
ass.
yapping, bro. Yo,
Yo,
you
Yes,
think
how
ass.
old
trading
are
is a
you?
scam? No, wait. You think trading is a scam, son?
How old are you?
Yo,
Yo, I'm
ass.
literally
B.
18, bro. Yo, you think trading is a
You said
scam?
you're
Eco.
18?
My
Okay.
boy Eco's here.
Yeah, day trading is a scam.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo. IWW, I'm in a trade right now. I'm like a 4K. Let me flex on this guy, bro. Let me
Bro,
flex.
chill,
Wait,
chill,
hold on.
chill, 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 chill.
Oh, do you have a funded account?
No, he trades a live account. He has 2 million in capital.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's true. Oh,
I'm playing.
I trade live. I trade live with Top Step. I'm like
what
the
do you
live trader.
trade? What do you trade?
I trade the Nasdaq. What do you think I trade?
That's not what I. No. Do you trade equities, like options? What do you trade?
Bro,
Yo,
Nasdaq is
yo,
futures.
Again, you gotta say what you're trading.
yo.
Yo, come
Look,
on,
he's laughing.
bro.
He's laughing. Yo, stop
Come on,
laughing.
dude. Come on,
Okay,
dude.
Hold on.
Wait, S.
I'm
Wait, you
gonna
don't
show
know
you
what
the
you're
trade.
trading? What are you trading?
He said Nasdaq.
Hold on, let me
No,
show
no,
you.
but
Yo. Hey, expand my screen. Expand my
are
screen.
you?
Expand
Well,
my
that's
screen.
not. Oh, okay, but that's not what I. You're trading futures.
No, wait. Yo.
Yes. We trade futures.
Tiki
Okay,
masala.
then
Take
just
a
say
torch.
that.
Take a torch. Wait, take a torch. Like expand my screen really quick. Like I'm gonna show you something.
Why?
It's just expanded, bro.
No,
Like,
he's gonna show you his
I'm
trading.
gonna show you
Wait,
something. I'm gonna
wait,
show
why
you
don't you think college is a scam though? Genuinely.
Hmm?
No, I agree. College isn't a scam, but why do you think that?
Who do you think the richest people in the world are? Are they people with degrees or without degrees?
Dude,
Son,
Elon Musk is a trader, bro.
Son, my
Elon
neighbor.
Musk
You know
trades,
Kai
bro.
Trump, right? You know Kai Trump.
What
Yo,
about Kai
Yo,
Trump?
She's like
you know
3
Trump's
blocks down
son,
my
you know
door.
Trump's son, he trades, bro. Trump's son, he trades. What about that?
Baron?
yeah.
Baron
Yeah.
Trump, yes.
Obviously,
What does
Baron
he trade?
trades.
What, crypto from his dad?
No, he trades. He trades
He
futures
trades the
too. He
Nasdaq,
doesn't.
bro.
Yeah.
Yo.
You don't. You guys. You know how
No,
Baron trades,
no.
right?
He used ICT
Baron just-
concept,
Insider,
bro.
I know.
Baron Trump
It's not
uses
how-
ICT concept. I literally
That's not how
mentored him,
Baron
bro.
Trump does it. Baron Trump's dad tells him what to trade. and
No,
he
but he
trades.
also
Yo, no, he
trades fair
doesn't.
value
Actually,
gaps
bro. He uses order blocks and equilibriums, bro.
and inversions.
You know what that
Yeah, I
is?
know.
I should fair value gap on your forehead, bro.
What?
Have you heard of inversions?
Yo.
That's what Baron trades.
Yo,
Inversions.
you never got the feeling
Baron
of talking
literally has
about
insider
ICT concept to a
information.
female, bro.
No, he doesn't. Baron trades
ICT.
inversions.
Yo,
Yeah, he has insider information,
Do you know
so
who
got
I
it
am,
right.
bro? Yo, son, actually, do you know who I am? I'm the big
You're-
ass,
what?
bro. Like, dude, don't piss me
You're
off. I'm like, I'm
random
Dr.
18-year-old?
2K now, bro.
Yeah, it's his ultimate song.
Yo,
Alright,
let's
hold
go
up.
band for band. Actually, let's go band for band.
Yo,
actually.
S, get out, bro. I'm trying to
No,
be.
no, yo, no,
S, I'm
Tika,
trying to be.
Yo, Tika,
Oh my
wait, let me
gosh,
actually.
dude.
Okay, Tika, yo, how much?
Hold it.
Okay, what do you do? What do you do? What do you like?
He works in
study
private
college?
equity, which is pretty good.
I've done private equity. I don't work in private equity currently.
What do you do now? Are you
I
like
do
do you just exit?
consulting.
Like, are you
So-
unemployed? Like,
No, I do consulting.
so you can like you do like relationship advice, man. Get your yo.
That's not what consulting refers to.
Yes, it does, bro.
No,
like,
it's
you
not.
consult
What do you
people,
think
like,
corporate
consult on
consulting
advice,
refers
bro.
to?
Yo,
What?
I eat gold for breakfast, bro. Don't.
You're 18.
Yo, I'm 18 and I make more than you.
You're an
bro.
online
Yo,
grifter.
yo,
Do you sell? Wait, hold up. S, do you sell a course?
No, I don't. I don't sell a course.
You know, I
What
was
now?
selling a
What
course
now?
for
Why
that,
you
right? I
sad?
used to
Why
sell a
you
course.
sad? Yo.
You
Okay,
said you
listen,
got
wait,
how
listen,
much
yo,
now?
listen.
Let's get into this. Let's have this conversation.
Okay. I'm gonna show you how much I make, but I need you to like expand my screen so I can show everybody.
No, that's not what I'm asking you though.
No.
That's not
Like
what
I'm gonna show
No,
that
that's not what I'm
trading is real.
asking
Like
you, though.
expand
Hold
my
up.
screens. I'll show
That's
how
not what
much
I'm
I'm
asking
making,
you,
bro.
We
Hold
can go China.
Yo, you wanna go band for band? No. Actually,
No, that's
expand
Yo,
not what
my
I'm
S.
gonna ask you. S, hold up. I'm
S,
just asking you a
stop.
simple question. Let's see
S,
if you.
stop
if you
being
can
a
Alright,
answer
degenerate,
that.
bro.
I'll
Actually,
stop
like, let's
trolling,
have
I'll
an actual
stop trolling, I'll
combo.
stop
You
Yeah,
said you
fuck
trade futures?
Yeah, obviously, bro.
Okay, cool. Do you know what beta is or alpha?
You think
Alpha
I was born
futures?
yesterday? Yo, who doesn't like Alpha
Describe
decay?
beta.
They won't notice this.
like alpha decay? Yo, so basically,
Not
right?
alpha decay. Nope, I didn't say alpha decay. I
Yes,
said
we know
No,
alpha.
you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yes,
You know,
yes, you know.
I said
Dude,
alpha.
You
Alpha
just said
doesn't
alpha
refer
decay,
to.
bro. You just said
S,
alpha
I said
decay.
S,
alpha and beta.
shut up, S. S, shut
Alright.
up. Yes,
You know what
we
beta
know what
is?
alpha is.
You know
Yes,
what
we
alpha is, bro?
Yes, bro.
But do you know what beta is?
Yes, we know what beta
Yes, we
is.
know
Can
what
you-
beta is, bro.
Can you describe it?
Beta male?
alpha male?
So you trade, but you don't know what beta
Yo.
means or alpha.
Yo,
Yes, you
alpha
know what-
decay and beta decay.
Dude,
Alpha
not
decay
decay.
is the mother of trading. Beta decay is the father of trading, bro.
That's
Yo, look, do you know why beta decay happens?
That's not even what I asked you. I asked you what.
Okay,
I
hey,
asked you
hey,
what
stop
beta
Beta
is.
trolling.
strategy is OG,
Stop
bro.
trading,
Nobody
stop
I
knows
asked
No,
you
no,
what
stop
beta
trolling.
is. It's like very simple to trade.
We know, yeah.
Yo,
It
okay,
just
wait,
measures.
wait.
Okay,
Wait.
he's bullshitting. Just
Yo,
ignore
Tiki
that.
Masala, Tiki Torture, listen.
doesn't
I
know
know
what
you
it
trade.
is.
What concept do you trade, bro? I know you're trolling
Wait,
us.
didn't answer my question. You don't know what beta is?
We,
You know
can
what
I answer
volatility
that? I
is?
know what beta
Yeah,
is.
okay.
It's literally assets volatility, bro, and the risk and
No,
shit
that's
like
not
that.
what that means.
And then alpha is how much you could. Yes, it is. Yes,
Beta
it
is
is.
the measures the it's a relationship coefficient.
Okay,
Relationship?
but the Sharpe ratio doesn't have to have any correlation in the market. You know that, right?
The Sharpe ratio has a benchmark.
Yeah. What do you think is a good Sharpe ratio? Let's hear it out.
Yeah.
A good Sharpe ratio?
Yeah.
It would
In
be
your opinion.
over 1 would be considered to be a good Sharpe ratio.
Okay. What's your thoughts on a six Sharpe ratio?
What is that? Isn't that the quantum the medallion fund?
It is okay, and it's like Thomas. You know Thomas the quant?
Who the fuck is Thomas the Quant?
You know
These are
Thomas
just
the
random
Quant?
people.
He's this like quant guy who hates on day traders, and he's like you,
Okay.
but yeah, he's like you, but he day trades too, and he goes to Colombia, and his whole point is talking
He's a
about
quant. He's not a day trader though. He's a quant. That's very different.
no, you could,
Quants know math.
son,
Guys don't know the math.
son, you could be a quant day trader,
Yeah, son.
son, you could have an
Wait,
algorithmically coded
Quant
program.
day-
Well, why are you not a
Do you
quant
guys-
day trader? Actually, like I think you failed like one of your tests, and like you didn't become a quant trader, so now you're hitting on every quant. You know, I'm actually a quant.
There's
Bro.
a difference between quant and day trading.
Yo, I'm
Son,
literally a quant.
is a
Yo, I'm a
subject of
quant.
measure which you could
Hold up, I gotta go
Son.
one at a time because there's too many people in here.
son.
I asked him.
Alright, too many people. Hold up. You said you're a quant.
I'm literally a quant trader. Like
He's a
actually,
quant.
Do you know
Like-
what? Okay. Can you explain to me what a Garch
a
model
quant
is?
is a quantitative trader who like
What's
thinks.
a Garch model? Sure, absolutely. Let's get into this.
Did
What's
a
a Garch model? I've
Gargle
done a quant
model?
lab.
What do you mean
What's a
gargle?
Garch
Like,
model?
gargle
Garch,
like
Garch.
toothwash, like toothpaste?
See, you don't know your basics.
No,
I know
like,
what Garch
this
is,
is
dude.
obvious, but wait.
He's trolling. Let me know what
doesn't know
Garch
what
is.
it is.
I
Okay,
know.
listen,
I know what Garch is. He's a
No,
troller.
he doesn't know what you guys don't know what it is. These are
You
like
know
very
what it
basic
is.
You're
things.
6
Yeah,
foot,
it's to
7
predict
foot.
the
You know what the
volatility
black
returns.
can you
It's to
explain? Hold up.
it's to predict.
Okay, I gotta
the
go one
vol-
at a time. It's too many people in here. Hold up, too many people in here. One at a time. This is not a daycare. If you cannot control yourself, you cannot be on live. Also, S, if you're a quant trader, what's the Black-Scholes model? Let's see if you know this. Just simple questions.
Yo, if I simplify, you wouldn't understand. Yo, I'll simplify.
It's a
it,
very
but you
simple
gotta-
thing.
no, no,
What
yeah,
is it?
but
What is the Black-Scholes
expand my
model
screen.
for?
Expand my screen so I can like explain it. So I'll like.
Nope.
like
You just say what it is.
Nah,
Why would
nah,
you? So you don't know what it is?
Nah, son,
Black-Scholes?
yo, it's easy, bro. Who doesn't know what quant is, bro? Like,
That's not what I asked you. I asked you if
Bro,
you know what the Black-Scholes model is.
yo, look. So like, whenever I pull up to my New York office, genuinely the husband like, yo, is that S?
Why are you trading when you don't know what you're doing, S?
Dude, okay. Why do you think trading is a scam? Like,
You don't
let me
even
ask you
know
this.
what you're doing. Prime example is you right here. I asked you the most simplest of
Okay.
questions and you don't even know how to answer it.
Okay,
See-
why do you think trading is a scam? Actually, dead ass.
Because of people like you.
Okay, well,
Because of you.
why? What did I do?
You're over here thinking you can trade. I asked you 3 or 4 very simple questions. You couldn't answer it.
Yeah, but those are quant. I'm not a quant trader. I never claimed to be one. I'm an
Black-Scholes
ICT.
is not quant.
Yo.
Black-Scholes has nothing to do with quant.
Okay. So if I'm in a trade right now,
This
right?
is the point. Hold up. What's your strategy based on? What's your strategy even based on?
Yo, support and resistance, bro. Like obviously,
None of that is real, by the way.
that is real.
Those are all-
bro.
no, they're-
okay.
there's literally-
Why
okay,
is it
hold
not
up.
real? Why is support and
Because
resistance
there
not
is
real?
no mathematical evidence of what you're describing as being
okay,
real.
listen,
It's
listen.
just random. There's no way of predicting it. It's
Okay,
all
do-
random.
Do you believe in like Top Step and Alpha? Like, do you think they give payouts? Like, what do you think?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Do you think payouts are real? Do you know what
Payouts
a fair
from
value gap
where?
is? Yo, do you know what a fair value gap is?
Payouts from where? What are you talking about? Payouts
Like, you ever
From
gotten a payout?
what?
Do you know what a payout is? Are you there?
from
Yo,
prop? Wait, hold up. You mean a
You're
funded
not
account?
profitable, son.
Do you mean a funded account?
Yes, son. Do you know what a funded account
Okay,
is?
hold up. Do you know funded accounts? It's not real, right? It's all simulation.
Yeah, but like at the
So
end
it's
of the
not
day, you
even
get
real
real money. Like
trading.
you actually make.
But you're
money,
not
bro.
actually trading. It's just a simulation.
Simulation, like the Matrix.
Yes.
You're in the Matrix right now. Dead ass. Oh no.
No, that's what prop.
Oh,
That's what
no.
prop
I'm actually
trading
scared,
is.
bro.
It's all simulated. It's not real.
Simulate. If you're in the Matrix, oh shit. What do I do, bro? Like I'm actually scared, bro. What do I do? Like, teach me the ways. Like, what should I do? Should I quit trading? Like, actually,
I mean, for your own sake, probably, because I don't think you understand what you're doing.
right? Is it bad for my mental health? Like, yo, what should I do, bro?
I'd probably stay away from trading because I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Son, what?
asked you-
make 6
hold up.
figures a month, bro. You're actually trolling me, bro.
You don't have a strategy. All you're literally doing is just throwing around random numbers.
What do you mean? Yo, I'm in a trade right. Yo, expand my
That's not what
screen
I-
so I can
that's
show
not
you
what
the
I
trade
asked,
I'm in.
bro.
I'm up 6 bands right now. I'm up 6 bands, bro.
What's your alpha and beta?
Dude, I'm the alpha and myself is the beta, bro. Like, what are you son, like I'm up like 6 bands, bro. Come on, like
That's not even what I asked.
dude.
What's the,
Okay,
what's the beta? What's your beta and alpha? Like, dude, what's your
Nobody
what are your
uses alpha and
ratios? What's your
beta, bro.
Sharpe
Like,
or
actually,
Sartini
genuinely,
ratio?
nobody uses that. No, let me. Yo, okay. Listen.
I don't think you know what you see. This is why I'm saying you don't know what you're doing. What is it
Yo,
with
okay. Let me
people who
ask you this.
don't
Let me
know?
ask you this. Like, fair and square. Why do you think like day trading is a scam? Actually.
Because you don't even understand what you're doing. You're gonna go buy something
Yo,
that you don't understand, and you're gonna lose all your money.
Yo, Tiki Masala, bro. Listen, yo. Tiki Torch. That's your name, bro. Listen.
What?
Who broke your heart? Genuinely, like who broke your heart?
What? What the? What?
Like no, listen, yo. What's your hit on? Like,
What? Hold up. Yeah, I'll let you up, 3D. Yeah, here.
dude. What's
This
your hit on
guy's
these
name.
accounts, bro? Okay, like,
Hold up.
son, you don't understand, bro.
Hello? Hey, I'm
Hey,
a
how are
full-time.
you?
I'm
How
a
old are you?
full-time. I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
25, almost
Go ahead.
26.
Yeah,
I'm a
let's hear it.
full-time trader. You can look at my profile, right? So this is an interesting topic. I wanted to join.
Let's hear it. What do you
So-
trade?
I trade anything and everything that presents a high probability setup.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's a quant trader, right?
No.
Nah.
No.
I don't think you
So-
could be a
Um,
solo quant.
So
But
you
go
think
ahead. Let's
you
hear
think
it.
day trading is a scam, right? That you genuinely don't think it's possible to make money from day trading?
That's not what I
What about-
said, but that's not what I
Oh.
said though.
Yo,
Oh, okay.
See, but here's the thing, right? So when you're trading and you trade options, who's selling you the option? Let's see if you guys know this.
I know that majority of option contracts are made up by like the bookkeepers or whatever, right?
The
Like
market maker.
No.
market
Listen,
makers, yeah.
it's Jordan
Hold
Belfort. It's
Bro,
Jordan
hold-
Belfort.
yo,
You guys
can
don't
I-
understand.
Chill out, bro. Hold on. So basically, that's why it's true that you're not getting the best deal because they're made for you to lose money technically in a way,
Exactly. So
right?
right.
But
So if you
you can
keep buying
technically,
it
I
long
don't do
term, you will
options.
lose
I
money.
don't
Okay.
do options, but that's not to say that there's not some high value option contracts and deals out there. I'm sure there are, but again,
What?
to find like I'm more of like a spot and margin trader. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
And the
Gotcha.
way I do it is like I know all these other. I don't want to be a dickhead, but they're all, in my opinion, just dumb, like completely dumb. These
That's fair.
traders,
You can say that. Yeah.
right? And they trade one thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I only trade gold. Oh, I only trade Nasdaq. I only trade futures, and they actually end up trading the things that are the most well priced in. First of all,
Right.
the
Exactly.
Nasdaq, the S&P. We're competing with the smartest billionaires in the world. Okay,
Right. The market maker firms. Yeah.
yeah. If you're trading other like smaller cap companies, it's less well. It's actually less priced in, believe it or not. Okay,
Yeah. I'm
but
not surprised about that.
yeah, because you don't have the billionaires trading them because they don't have enough liquidity, so they have to trade in bigger assets, right? But the point is, if you only trade one thing, chances are you should only be entering one trade a year because you should only be able to find one good high probability
Yo,
trade per
you
year.
did not just say that, son.
I did,
Actually,
brother.
bro. Wait,
Well,
I'm
you're
a
talking
real.
to someone
wait,
who's a legit
wait.
trader,
No,
though.
listen,
It's
I'm a.
wait. Yo, Shia Rose, yo,
Yes.
How about that? Just
Anyways,
yo,
like
you didn't. No, yeah. Why are you mudding me,
hold up.
bro?
This is not a babysitting service.
No, wait. Yo,
How,
Shia Tracy
S,
did
how old
not
are
just
you?
say
Hold
that,
up. S, how
son.
old are you?
I'm 18,
How old
but
are you?
I'm way richer than you, bro. Actually, bro.
you're
Okay,
way
this is not a
richer.
babysitting service.
Yeah. Anyways, like I was saying, right? So the
Doesn't know what
only
alpha or beta is, by the way, guys. You didn't know what it was.
the only way to be profitable, like you know, how these guys say they only trade 30 minutes a day and they're making millions, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they're entering like 2-3 trades a day. So
Right.
I only enter like 4 trades a month, but I look at the charts 10 hours a day. Not literally 10, but a lot. Because I go through thousands of different charts, right? And it's like whenever I see a high probability setup, I take it and I make money, but I make a good amount off each trade. So yeah, it's true. Day trading is a scam for 99.9999% of
Right,
traders.
I'm not saying you can't be profitable, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
See, but the difference is you understand what you're doing. See,
I
the
really
difference
do.
is because here's the thing, right? If you're a legit trader, you're not gonna come up here and do what S did. You're not gonna come up here and have a breakdown on live.
Yeah, oh,
in
I'm
front of
richer than
100
you.
people.
Yeah, bro. They're again, like it surprises me how dumb some people are. I swear to God. Like I used to think I was the dumbest kid in my school. I swear to God, and it turned out I'm not. Like these guys are so stupid.
You didn't know what beta was. You didn't know what beta meant.
I don't
even
do
know.
options, right? I don't do options. I
Yeah.
just do margin and spot. I'm more passionate about investing than I'm trading, active investing,
Right. That's the right way to do
like
it.
rebalancing, right?
Yeah.
But you know why majority of hedge funds even trade?
Yeah.
It's because they're active.
They have an edge.
investors. No. That's not why. Because even the profitable hedge fund traders, majority of them don't outperform the S&P.
Yeah, I'm not
The
surprised.
reason they trade is because they have cash available in their investing portfolio, and they don't want it to stay stagnant. So they earn interest on it, and they day trade with it to make 2-3% a year, and they're still happy because it's not stagnant. You know?
Yeah, I get what you're saying too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also depends on the beta. The reason I say beta and alpha is because if your beta is 0, technically everything you make is alpha.
Yeah, I wish I knew what that meant, bro. I don't.
Or alpha or beta? Or beta? Beta is the relationship coefficient. Basically, like what's your relationship with the certain index? So if you have a beta of 0 against the stock market, right? It means you have no relationship with how the stock market moves. And anything you get, let's say you make 5% in a year and you have a 0 beta, that's 5% alpha because you have a 0 beta. It's your it's like the way that you have to count your alpha is you compare it to your beta versus your beta. It's like your risk adjusted return in a way because beta measures risk as well.
Okay. You want to know a funny fact?
Yeah.
Funny, interesting fact.
Let's hear it.
You know, all these guys that trade like
You can get it. Bubble up the next guy.
futures, Nasdaq, gold, and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
They're so dumb. They don't even know this. They're being b-booked by all the brokers.
Oh yeah, they're option. Yeah, they're paid for option flow.
Even
Yeah.
A-book brokers are actually hybrid, right?
Mm.
And they only A-book you once you have like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you know what I mean, and they know you're profitable or something like that. But everyone else is getting B-booked, and they're not even actually trading the market, so they're not
Right. It's all
you know what I mean?
simulation. Yeah.
Yeah, but they just get paid.
If you're a real
Okay.
trader, there's no such thing as a payout. It's what you get from trading
No,
your
no,
own
no,
money, like
no, no,
real
no. Even
trading.
no, even your no, no. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Even when you trade on platforms like Blueberry Markets, like any of those regulated ASIC brokers that are with MetaTrader, right? 99% of them, more probably, they're all booking all of your trades.
Not
Even
surprised.
yeah, so it's with Webull and stuff, it's different. But
They have to do option for what is it? It's like payment for option flow or
Oh my
like
gosh, it's
flow.
too complicated of a conversation. Let's
How old are you,
no.
Joe?
I'm 23.
Yeah, payment for option like order flow or whatever. Basically, they just sell all your data to hedge funds so that they could outbid you.
no,
in
no,
stock
no, no.
market.
You know what booking means?
No, I'm not familiar with that. I'm sorry. Is it
Oh,
different
okay.
than
Let
that,
me
or-
explain. Let me explain to
Yeah.
you. Booking is this. So it's like this. Let's say you deposit $100 into an account, right?
Mhm.
You think you're trading, and I'm the broker. You think you're trading it, you're making money, or you're losing money. In reality, it's just I already took all of your money. Okay,
Mhm.
I already took it. It's mine, and I'm
Yeah.
expecting you to lose it all because of stats,
Oh,
right? So it's
yeah.
mine. But you think you're
Okay.
trading and you're losing it to the market. If you end up making money, I pay you out of my own pockets.
Oh, I see.
But we know you're gonna lose it. So
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, see, that's the thing too. It's
These
like all these
brokers-
guys talking about payouts. You're not even trading the actual thing. It's just a simulation.
No, these guys are so delusional. It's like, yo,
Yeah,
some,
no.
people, some people become so addicted,
Yeah.
right? And delusional that they'll go years, 10, 20, 30 years losing money every month. And they'll convince themselves that they're profitable.
Also, Joe, what do you want to say?
All right, so I've gotten a payout before, and like $3,500. I paid for the one, challenge. I passed it. I got a payout in for $250, out for $3,700. Boom, that was my payout. And yeah, I agree. You're in an ultra competitive market, and if you do have an actual alpha, don't share it with anyone, or else that alpha is going to instantly be degraded because it's ultra competitive. The elite, the big, institution, it's going to be institutionalized, and boom, it's already gone.
Yes.
But that being said, you say college is not a scam. We live in like a late stage capitalistic society where
Yes.
usually it works like a triangle where there's supposed to be more young people that are gonna support the old people. So you work, you go to college, you get your job, you get your you pay your taxes, and then you can retire. But in today's economy, with the debt, with the late stage capitalistic notion that we live in, it's not going to work. It's like a dream. You're going to college for,
Well, I talk about
what?
retirement or college because those are two
College
different
in general.
things.
Like you can work a job for what? You're not going to succeed. It's a scam because they're selling you the idea.
Hold up. Who do you think the richest people on earth are? Are they people with college degrees or people without college degrees?
Oh, people with college degrees, but that's not correlated.
What?
Because
Of course it is. Why wouldn't
no,
it
no, no.
be?
Listen, IQ. The people who go to college have IQs. It's a natural selection. People without
Everyone
IQ
has an IQ. What do you mean, like
No,
a high
the
IQ?
dumb people. If you're dumb, you're not even going to be able to make it through college. You're not going to get into college. So then naturally you're dumber. It's a correlation. It's not a causation.
No, but there's certain colleges where they have a very high acceptance rate where it'd still be beneficial to go.
Yes, correct. But
I'm not
let's
talking
be
about
honest,
just going
all
to-
all the hyper intelligent people in the world who do end up becoming successful. They have the ability to go to college. They have the ability to get scholarships. College to them, it's easy. They can go there and succeed. They can go and get the best kind of jobs. So just because they went to college doesn't mean that college was what made them rich. It was their IQ to a certain extent that set them above everyone else. And but now
I think you're misappropriating success to IQ.
I'm saying in general, it's a
It goes a lot deeper than that,
generalization over the entirety of the population. The smart people are going to naturally be richer, and boom, those are the ones who went to college.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you also have to realize like the careers that they're getting into is a big part of it. You can find very smart people who are not as rich as other people.
Yeah, of course. And
Because
I trade my own money. Like I have, retirement funds or whatever. But like I beat the firm. I got a $3,700 payout, which went to my bank account after
Wait,
spending
hold up,
200
for a prop firm?
Yeah, on what's the one Top Step, and I stopped. I was like, yeah, I beat it. I'm out. So I beat the firm. I made $3,500 profit.
What was their split? What was the split?
What do you mean split?
How much did they take from you?
They didn't take. Well, they took half, so it was technically a $7,000. It was like a $7,500 payout.
Wait, what was your wait, hold up. They took. Why wouldn't you just trade it with live money, then kept 100% instead of losing half?
Because they give you half of what you can get a payout for. So technically, I had $7,000 profit in my account, but you can only take out half of that.
Yeah, but my question is, why wouldn't you just do it on your own without the prop firm, and then you make 7,000 and you
Because
keep
I don't have enough
7,000?
capital. I don't have 50 grand.
No, but they're leveraging it. How much did you put in?
No. I passed the eval. Like if you pass an eval and then you pay an extra $150, you can get it. Like you know what I mean? It's like the game, and most people
Hold up. You
fail.
put in 150. You put in 150, right?
I put in 50. I failed. Put in 50 again, and then put in
Okay.
once I passed it. Then I put in $150 to have like the chance to win, and I got lucky. It was full luck. I agree. The markets.
No, but hold up. Let's just follow along with this. And how much you put in 150? How much did they give you?
They gave me 30. I got a $3,700 check to my bank account.
No, but how much did they give you to trade with?
Oh, they give me 50K, but it's not an actual 50K. It's like 50K, and you can
No, but
use
that money, that money's not real, right?
Yeah, it's not real. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I beat the system. It's a casino that you go into. They sell the idea that it's not a casino. They tell you,
But
oh,
you can. But no, but the thing is, here's what I'm gonna say. You could have taken that $50, skipped putting in any money into a funded account, whatever you did, put all that money together, and you could trade on a real exchange, whatever
I have
you're
a
trading,
Charles
get the
Schwab
same
account.
level of leverage, and
Hold on,
you would have
Tiki.
kept everything.
No,
Tiki,
but
there's
I
one
don't.
thing. There's
I'm
one
not
thing.
approved to use that amount of leverage. I'm not
No.
approved. And also, then you have to use the risk. Like
Okay.
I was just full porting the
No.
S&P 500.
Tiki, I see his point. I see the guy's point, right?
Yeah.
And then here's the thing, right? When you don't have a lot of money, I understand why you'd want to use a prop firm, right? Because you have like
but-
50K, you can make like 1% on that. That's like $500. But the issue is prop firm rules are designed for you to fail. Why do you think why do you think prop firms don't have stocks?
No, but you have to also
Correct.
realize something else about the prop firms. Maybe that the instrument that like what you're trading is just very high leverage.
Yeah, and
You
I
could
can't get
that
approved for that
leverage,
kind of
but
leverage.
you can't. Or
I
you
can't get
do, like,
approved for that
certain-
through Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab is never going to approve me for that kind of leverage.
No,
to
but what
trade.
about like micro futures? Yeah, mini contracts.
No,
Yeah, I
even
can't get
then,
approval
they
for
don't
any of
give you
that.
that
I don't
much.
even
They
have
only give you 1 to
25K
3 at
out of it.
most. They only give you 1 to 3 at most on like the most regulated platforms. Only 1 to 3.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
and, like,
guess
For the prop firm, because it's just a game, it's not real money. They let you. The more leverage you use, the easier it is to fail, and they know that. So they'll give you all this
Right.
leverage to where you
Right.
lose 3 points, you'll lose your entire account. Except I just got lucky. I beat the system with luck, and now I'm out. But I will say, I'm not into college. I dropped out of college. I play poker now, and that's a market in and of itself with some luck. But you're playing against retards. You're
No,
playing
but
against,
poker. Okay, don't say that word. Yeah, I know that it's a lot.
Sorry, my bad. You're
No,
playing
no
against
worries. But
Jerome.
poker's different. No, but here's the thing, right? With poker, you can mathematically be a long-term winning player. All I'm saying is, guys, you gotta look at the math. Yeah, you can be a long-term winning. You can be a long-term winner at poker. I love poker, but
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm playing
Yeah,
against,
that's
Billy Bob Joe instead of,
Right.
instead of competing against the ultra rich, institutions with thousands of people who graduated from the highest colleges who are designing algorithms down to the nearest, like every single, like they spend all that money building a specialized cable to get, electricity, whatever you mean. They will spend every amount of money getting an edge, and you're competing against them. You're never going to win. Poker, you're competing against, Billy Bob Joe as a gambling
oh, I
addiction.
have to remove you. I'm sorry. It's because of what you said.
Fair
Sorry
enough.
about that, Joe. Take care.
Hey, good talk though. Good talk. Good talk.
Yeah, good one too.
Yo, hold on, Tiki, do you trade or invest or anything like that?
Yeah, I invest. I trade. I got into Nvidia in like 2022, and then I was on part of my school had my university. They had a student portfolio management class, and I was in there. I helped them to invest part of their endowment fund. It was like $1.7 million fund that you invested in with like 10 other people. Like you picked how to invest, and then I did a black box.
Do you know how to start a hedge fund?
quant lab. Technically, it's not like the only hard part to starting a hedge fund is probably the capital. The way that you would start a hedge fund is just by getting together. Like you need experience. First and foremost, you probably need to get a good degree, like top 20 university.
No,
maybe
what? No, that's not true. You don't. What are you talking about? You don't need
for a hedge fund. Yes, let me tell you how a hedge fund works. How people start hedge funds because I researched this. The way it works is you go to a top university, then you go work in investment banking. Then you go get a master's degree, usually an MBA for a lot of these hedge fund guys. And then after that, you can choose to open up your hedge fund, or you can go work in an industry like finance, namely investment banking typically, or at another hedge fund. Then you leave and you take clients with you and you tell them, hey, I'm going to go open up my own hedge fund. Can you give me seed money to start my fund? You start your fund and then you start generating returns. You take that track record and you show it to other investors. They invest more money with you, and then you can get your hedge fund up and running.
I think that's the traditional way of doing it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's other ways of doing it where you can just start it. It's like
yeah, but it won't be like a real hedge fund though.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, because here's the thing: to be a real hedge fund, you're gonna need to have like certain instruments. They're not available to like most people. You can't trade like a hedge fund. Hedge funds have access to a lot more tools than you do. Like to
Like
get approval for
like
that, you
what?
need a
Like what
like
tool?
certain like swaps. They have access to much higher leverage. Like you can't get leverage on like $1 billion
I
if
don't
you're an
mind.
individual.
I don't need a lot of leverage. I don't,
No, but I'm just saying, like, to be like a
yeah.
legitimate hedge fund, you're gonna be like dealing with probably at least like $100 million, 200 million plus at a minimum. That's like a very small, and that's a
But
small fund.
I can still start a legal hedge fund without going to school and all that stuff, right? Because I know there's a thing called fund launch and they help you do it for like 10K. And I know
Yeah, but it
like
won't be like a real hedge fund though. That's the thing. It's not. It's not like see, that's the thing is, but it's not a legitimate fund. That's the issue. Like you could have your own thing and say it's a hedge fund, but unless you're, like
my main
you
thing is like I just want to
at a
legally
certain
invest.
size.
I
But
just
yeah,
want to legally invest for people at a scalable level. That's my main thing. Because I'm trying to start a hedge fund and stuff
Mhm.
pretty soon. But
Yeah.
okay, that's interesting. So anyways, do
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
so would you personally, just a question, okay?
Yeah,
If you knew someone that, like for example, you know me, I told
yeah.
you like I'm a trader, I only enter 4 trades a year. If I told you I can do 200% a year consistently from like 4, 5, 6 trades a month, right?
Yeah.
200% a year consistently.
Mhm.
Would you at least test out these trades on a demo account and then use
Like
them if
back
you
test
want?
it.
Yeah. Would you try them out and look at the track record, look at all this
Yeah,
stuff?
sure, I could back test it, but 200%, that's, are you saying you're gonna get consistently 200%?
About 200% a year, yeah.
Yeah, that's unheard of.
I
That's
know why
never
you're saying
happened.
that, and I'll tell you why that's never happened. I'll tell you why.
Why?
So basically, the way it works, right, is if you have billions and billions and billions of dollars, absolutely, it's impossible. Right? If anyone told me they even do 40% at billions of dollars, I'd be
No,
like,
you can do 40. There's hedge funds who managed 40.
not consistently, not consistently.
Jeez, what happened to my, hold up.
They
My
don't do
light went
40.
out. Give me 1 second. But sorry, go ahead.
They don't do 40% consistently year after year.
Yes, there's hedge funds that have. Like, look at the Medallion Fund. They've done 40% consistently year after year. Hold
But
up.
and up until what point though? Like how at
For
certain
like decades. Like, I mean,
no,
look
but
at
once
just. Hmm?
I know, but once you hit a certain level of capital, it becomes harder. You know why? Because when you find a high probability setup, even if it's $10 billion company, right?
Yeah.
You can't put in your desired position size into it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You have size issues.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like, look at Warren Buffett. Yeah, it's not a hedge fund, but I mean, the guy's got $1 trillion
bro. But
in
he only does
assets.
like
But
the S&P. He only gives like S&P returns now.
no,
You know what I
what
mean?
do you mean?
He
Warren
doesn't do
Buffett's
trades.
gotten 20% a year for like
Not
how
anymore.
many? Hmm?
Back then, yeah. Back then, not anymore.
No,
He
that's
hasn't.
what his average is. That's what his average is.
I'm pretty sure
That's
it
what.
dropped even. It's been dropped. I know, but like if you only consider like past few years or like past like 5, 7 years, I think it's only like 10% or less than the S&P.
No, Warren Buffett, definitely not. Berkshire Hathaway? No. What are we talking about here? Berkshire Hathaway has destroyed the S&P.
Yeah, over like if you consider from the beginning till now, yeah, because he bought Coca-Cola back in the day and stuff. But if you consider like his recent results, I don't think they're that great. I think the Nasdaq does better. But look, here's the thing, right? 200% a year
Yeah.
is possible because when you trade penny stocks, right, and you're able to identify high probability setups, it's easy. But once you get to billions of dollars, you can't do it anymore. Then it's
Yeah, but
different.
even at like smaller amounts, like what's the limitation on this? You're talking about like what?
Hmm? What's what?
What's the limitation on this? Because you're saying at a high amount you can't do it. What's like the limitation on it?
Um, well, I haven't gotten to that point yet, so I can't say where I'm gonna be lacking liquidity, you know? Like I can't say.
Uh,
And
no,
maybe
because
it's
my
less.
point was going to be
Uh,
like you have to understand that yeah, maybe it's not billions, but even if it's millions of dollars, there are people who would be doing the same thing that you're doing right now.
what I'm doing, bro, I'll be honest with you, right? I'll just
Yeah.
tell you one thing. So I've
Go
learned
ahead.
institutional factors directly from institutional traders.
Go
Okay?
ahead.
And I've surpassed every single one of them by miles.
How does that even make it? How would you surpass institutional traders?
They've taught me their factors, right? And I've gotten better than them at it. I've
Would you be able to qualify to work in a financial institution?
I don't know what the qualifications are, so I can't say yes or no, right? But I can look at the charts. I know, like you know how there's a lot of knowledge out there about stocks, stuff like that, right? I
Yeah.
have the ability to see through the BS, see
That
through
doesn't
what's
make
already
any
priced
sense
in.
though. But
How does
hold
that
up.
make sense?
But basically, all you're saying is you can sense when math is wrong.
Um, it's not. So here's the thing. If we're trading on like the small 1 minute time frame, it's all math and robots at that point, sure, right? But the way I trade is I look at where institutions will accumulate. So I'll give you an example. Let's say the
Okay.
stock of Coca-Cola is dropping, right?
Right?
There's going to be areas where institutions are like, okay, it's at a discount. Let me put in a little here. If it keeps dropping, I'll put in a little here. I'll put in a little here. But you see, when they put in a little here and here, it causes bounces, okay?
But how
A
would you know
certain size of a bounce, okay?
what do you, okay, but you're just saying like,
Mhm.
oh, if they buy into something, it'll go up. How would you know they're gonna buy into it?
How do you know they're going to buy into it? So there have to be multiple factors converging at the same spot. And
Okay.
there's some factors that are too powerful. I can't say them here. Like no one knows about these. I genuinely can't. I know I genuinely can't, right? But I'll go over
Right?
some.
I mean,
And the thing is, like you know this, institutions look at the daily time frame, weekly time frame on stocks like Coca-Cola, and they buy at key levels of support, Fibonacci
wait, hold up.
sequences.
Did you say
You know this.
wait? Did you say institutional investors use technical analysis?
Absolutely. Yo, don't make me pull up. Yes, they do. You know this. Don't act like you don't know this.
What? Not
You're a
really.
professional.
Technical analysis has not really been proven to be real.
That what? Why do people say that? I used to say that too. I used to say that too. Actually,
Mathematically, it's not.
no. It may be on the small time frames. Absolutely, I agree with you. Right? I agree with you. The small time frames, it's all robots. I can't compete with them. No one can. But
Yeah.
when we're talking about stocks on large time frames, the technical analysis actually does play a factor. And when you have multiple major factors converging at the same spot, it works.
So wouldn't it be just arbed out? I don't understand.
What do you mean arbed out?
Like it would just, yeah.
I'll turn
Am
on
I
my
wrong
camera.
on this? I think this guy's a quant, right? Yeah, he's a quant trader. You
Yeah,
can tell me.
yeah.
Am I wrong on this? Do they use technical analysis?
Well, I think there's something you're not really considering here.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's expected. I'm not sure what to call you, Shay or
Rose.
whatever. There's definitely expected value by using like even a basic moving average on a really large time frame. But the problem is you're not generating alpha. That's just market drift that is pulling you up. So it's not an
What is the
actual.
Maximus? Hold up.
It's not a
What is
strategy that
Maximus?
you could like raise
Oh,
money.
sorry,
for.
Aurora. Hold up. I love some other people, but
Hello. Sorry.
what's Maximus on about?
Can I just show you guys something?
Host, does that make sense? What I was saying, like,
Hmm.
if you're using a moving average to trade, like for
Yeah.
instance, the
Yeah, I
S&P
get what you're
500,
saying.
you're gonna
Yeah, the
make
move-
money over time because of market drift, because the market's going up, not because you have a strategy in the market. That's
Oh,
why
that makes
I mean
sense.
technical analysis for the most part. There's no net expected value.
I highly disagree with you guys. Can I show you guys something?
There's
Okay.
plenty of financial literature on this. I mean,
Can I-
I'm
can
just
I-
reading it.
I know.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
heard all of this stuff too, and trust me. Okay, let me show you guys something. Okay.
All right,
So
let's see
basically,
this.
this is Pepsi. Okay, this is Pepsi. I'm gonna make this super simple, and it's gonna make sense to you guys. This is Pepsi, and you can see it was all the way down here, right? And we know Pepsi's not going anywhere. And on the right side, we have Coca-Cola. Okay.
Okay.
This thing on the same time frame, daily time frame, it was like at its all-time highs, like right here. Okay. You see how
Okay.
Pepsi here, let me just go to the weekly time frame to
So that's Pepsi and Coca-Cola?
yeah, so you know Pepsi and Coca-Cola, they're like number one competitors, biggest in the market, right?
So are you just looking at the beta? That seems like kind of a high
I'm just
beta.
giving you one example of what institutions do. So look, right here, I'm gonna go back here, okay? So you can see at this point in time,
Okay.
you can see Coca-Cola is at its all-time highs, correct?
Yes.
Around its all-time highs. Pepsi's all the way down here, right?
Yeah.
As an institutional investor, if you had to, buy into this sector, which one are you gonna choose more of, or one over the other?
Yeah, but this is what I'm just
It's on
saying.
fundamental analysis. It doesn't have
all
anything
this
to do
is
with
I
just-
really don't think they make decisions based on just this. If anything,
This
is
they have a
I'm not
lot of
saying it's
factors
just-
that they
I'm
use
not
like
saying
technical
it's just
analysis on
Yeah.
top of some.
all
Some
this
fundamental
is, but
perspectives
guys,
as well.
guys, hold up. All this is just you're just looking at like effectively just beta, because all it is you're saying Pepsi and Coca-Cola are related, and because they're related, they're going to move in a similar way because they're technically like it's the same thing. It's just one's bigger than the other one.
Yes,
Like,
yes and no. Yes and no. You're not
what do you mean?
understanding it
Yes.
completely.
They're
You're not
not. They're,
understanding.
wait, they're not
You're not
trading
understanding.
based on the
You're
technical.
not.
They're not
You're
trading
not.
based on the price of the asset. They're trading based on the fundamentals.
That's
They're,
not true. That's not true.
oh my
Actually, you know
God.
why?
What?
You know why that's not
Guys, hold
true?
on. Why would that not be true?
Now,
Yeah.
there are certain institutions that do that. Not all of them do that. And I'll tell you which ones do that. The ones that have the best technology, the most money, and are able to price things in the fastest. The Harvard, like the top tier institutions, banks, yes, those guys do. But there's a lot of institutions that don't pay attention to that as much, unless it's a smaller cap. Then it's different.
Wait. Just hold on. Do you understand what you're saying? You're saying, sorry, that's my oven going off in the background. Right there. Do you understand what you're saying?
I do.
Obviously, they would trade based on the value, the market value of the business. Like, I don't know why you think
No, but that's priced
a
in.
chart of pricing. Well, if it's priced in, then they wouldn't. I mean, I don't understand what you're saying. If it's priced in,
Fundamentals
what's
are
your
all
point?
priced in, brother. Fundamentals are all priced in, especially the bigger the market
What
cap.
do you mean they're
the more
priced?
priced
Wait,
in it
dude,
is.
what are you even saying? Fundamentals
If
are
they're
priced in. You mean just like the asset is pricing in the market
Everything.
value of its business, the public
hold on, but
asset.
if the
Everything.
fundamentals are priced in, then you don't have any advantage
Then,
trading.
yeah, what are you
Yeah,
fucking
like
talking about?
that would
You're
literally
talking about
mean
fairy
that
dust
it's
then.
worthless.
very
Yeah,
few
all you're doing is
times-
just basically
If
just
you're
working.
claiming the market is
No.
perfectly efficient, if that's what you're saying,
No. There's very few times where they're fundamentally not priced in, right?
That's
Okay.
how can you
that's
tell
not
if they
true, but
what are you talking about? But how can you tell that?
there is some merit to technical analysis,
But
it's
Oh,
definitely
boy.
much more complex than you're
it's
presenting it here. 'cause
no. I'm
these people have
simplifying it.
mathematics degrees, and
I'm simplifying it, and you guys don't understand. It's not as
Dude,
complicated
you're
as
saying because Pepsi is lower on whatever time frame chart you're showing,
brother.
and
Hold on,
Coca-Cola is
brother.
higher. What do you
Hold on, brother.
This
Yeah.
seems
Relax.
like
So
this seems like
because
astrology
this is
right
lower,
now.
because this is lower and this is higher, institutions are going to accumulate more of this over that. That's all I'm saying.
How so? What if Pepsi's failing at that point in time?
But it's not.
Based on what?
You don't wait. Hold up.
Fundamental
You don't.
analysis?
Based on what?
Based on fundamental analysis?
This is
Wait,
Pepsi, it's not going anywhere.
Shiros, you don't know why Coca-Cola is going down though. You just see Coca-Cola down, Pepsi going up, but you don't even know why. You're just assuming it's going to rebound.
That
All
well,
you're betting on is that it doesn't go bankrupt and it goes higher in the future.
By the way,
majority of the
time
times,
yeah,
majority
the
why
of the
degree
Host
to
has
which Coke and Pepsi
270
correlated is like you haven't like we have
200
no idea how correlated they are and why they're
Listen.
correlated. Whether
Right.
Coke sales are going down right now and Pepsi sales are
Yeah,
going up
it's-
for some reason, but
And
there has to be some kind of reasons to
I know
I just
there's
have a
some
question.
all of
there's-
it. But
I know there's some sort of reasons. I know there's
Guys,
some
I'm
sort
just
of
gonna. I have a question, and this is to Shiro's and to everyone in the audience. Guys, is it really worth sitting there and looking obsessively over these charts for like 10 hours a day instead of just investing in the S&P 500 and getting a job, like any job? Just
The S&P is going to make you 8% a year. If you just want to retire, by all means. But if you want to make $100 million by the time you're 40, then absolutely not.
Did you say 100 million?
100 million at least, yeah. If you want
If
to
you
make at
wanted
least
to make hold up. If you wanted to make $100 million, you would go into investment banking, go into private equity or VC or a hedge fund, but that would require you to actually go to college and get a really high-end degree that most people just don't have. Like that's very rare. Like most
There's
people at
multiple
Harvard
ways to
will
make
probably
100
never get close to 100 million.
so I worked at a couple of hedge funds, and honestly,
Oh,
I didn't
nice.
make it. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
and
that's fine.
I didn't come from a top tier school or anything like that. You could definitely get into the industry by talking to a lot of people in the industry, learning what they have to offer, and then making your own reports and reaching out to firms, sending them your reports, and eventually someone will give you a chance, especially if you are actually at a business school getting some decent grades and everything. You could definitely find opportunities to get in there because like there's places like Value Investors Club where you can make your own report and get it submitted, and they will review the report and maybe publish it. And if you never get published, you probably won't make it. But if you do get published at one point, it doesn't matter what degrees you have. There's going to be a lot of hedge funds interested in hiring you. But
Well, that's
this is
usually like
obviously more
published
of a
research
value
though. That's like
perspective.
yeah, but I get what you're describing. Rara, I'm not going to disagree with you there. It's just yeah, but still like most people still aren't Like they're not
Yeah,
able to.
I agree.
Yeah, I get
It's
what
like,
you're saying.
especially
It's
when
so
you're looking
very
at
rare.
trading and stuff, like trading is probably the
And not a
hardest
hundred
place to get
and
into.
not a
It's
hundred
much harder
and not
than
a
this
hundred
too.
million like Shiroz was saying. Like I don't know where Shiroz got the idea that if you day trade you can like make it to 100
Not
million.
from day trading. I'll tell you how. If you get a compound calculator, right?
Yeah.
And you put in and you make this calculation that you invest 2K a month, I believe it was, and you start for 10K and you do 2K a month. Okay, and if you can do, I think it was 25 to 30% a year
Which
by
is a hedge fund level return. Yeah.
which I can easily do. Easily.
But that's not, hold up. 25 to 30%. Do you know how rare that is?
I'm one in 100 million. I'm one in like a billion humans. I'll be honest with you. I'm not like your average Joe.
Hold up. What convinced you of that? Do you have like an MIT degree or something? Or are you in like Mensa?
I have a track record. I can show you the
I
track.
asked you a track. Did you ever go to college?
No, I didn't. I'm just really smart.
Why didn't you go to college if you're so smart?
I have ADHD. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
But you can still get like accommodations for that. ADHD.
So,
I know people in college with ADHD. But anyway.
Well, everyone.
Shiroz, I want to just say,
maybe I could.
I do believe you could make over 20% returns on pink sheet stocks, but how are you gonna like expand on that? How much capital can you even put in a single trade? Like,
yes,
at a $50,000 trade,
and all it's gonna take is like
I
a few
make
trades to
good
get
money.
wiped out.
I make good money from like my Trade Alert service, right? So I'm actually growing my capital really fast, right?
Trade Alert? What do you mean by Trade Alert?
I have a Trade Alert service.
So not trading.
I have a Trade Alert service which I'm using to make money from, so I can actually like trade with it.
Do you have a course?
Not a course, a Trade Alert service.
What does that mean?
He tells people when to buy and sell.
Yeah.
And
So how is that different than a
pay him.
course
But yeah,
though?
it still doesn't explain anything about your
Wait,
how you're making these returns
So
possible.
hold up. Shiroz, why would you ever tell anyone instead of just maximizing the trade for yourself?
I'm not at that point where I have that much money that it's interfering with my liquidity.
It's not
But
liquidity.
it kind of
it's
has
the-
to at pink sheet levels. Like,
If I
how much capital can you really put in there? How
Wait,
much
hold
research
up.
are
I
you doing
just
in every?
wait a minute. Wait. That actually explains why you make so much money. Because you buy very low liquidity stock and you tell other people to buy it and it just
these
boosts
are
up your
big cap
stock.
companies. These are big cap companies. I can show you. These are
Like
big
how
cap.
how big are the caps?
I'll show you. Bax, this is like a $10 billion company.
Okay.
Lululemon. All of these are at least 10 billion or higher. All of these.
Okay,
Tesla.
but
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems why would you sell trade alerts though? I don't understand.
Because it's like this. 20, 30%, 40%, it's only a lot when you have a lot of money, right? And I want to get famous too. That's another goal I have, is to get famous so I can actually like do marketing for my hedge fund when I start it.
But how would you get a hedge fund though? I don't understand.
Well, there's a program called Fund Launch. My plan is to go with them, right?
But which bank would accept you? Which bank would be your prime brokerage to give you access to like?
It doesn't have to be a bank. It could be Webull. It could be other brokers.
That
They
would
do
be
have
a brokerage.
institutional.
Yeah,
They
that
have
would technically.
institutional tools. They have institutional tools too.
Yeah, but like you have to qualify at like a certain level. Like how would you know that you would be able to qualify?
Well, so that's what Fund Launch basically does for you. Like,
Mhm.
have you ever heard of Fund Launch or no?
I haven't, but
Yeah, look into it a
I
little bit
mean,
and let me know what you think.
my problem here is like if you're not familiar with sort of like what even the basic characteristics of a portfolio like beta and alpha, it's like why would people like accept your trade signals or anything of this? Well, that's my point. Your track record is represented in these portfolio statistics like beta and alpha, and it gives a picture of like or like a Sorrentino ratio that's giving you like a picture.
you would also
basic
have to have like a
picture.
repeatable strategy.
Yeah,
that
and
you
my
could
point
backtest.
is if you're not even able to articulate that to people, then they're obviously dumbasses, and so it just like to me that's when like the second bullet point here really makes like that this is falling in that category is my
You can
point.
make anything sound good or smart, right? The most important thing is actually showing years of data.
Right,
That's the only thing that really-
exactly.
but
Like alpha
you
and
have to
beta.
show like
alpha
mathematical
and
proof
beta.
of it. It's not just
You're,
data
yeah,
though.
when you say, I feel like when you're saying years of data, you're saying years of returns, and blanket returns mean
They
nothing.
mean nothing. They mean nothing because we don't know what type of risk you took for that. right?
Right, and that's
I
why
can,
you use.
Mark too.
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
you describe your
It
portfolios
could be a
in other.
martingale strategy. I agree with you. It could be a
You're
martingale
gonna
strategy, right? The
No,
thing is,
no. No, I'm not saying your strategy. I'm saying how you're describing your
you say
portfolio
martingale.
returns and risk.
Wait,
So
wait,
like a
wait.
Sorrentino ratio gives you like a risk
Wait, Scotty.
adjusted. Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
sorry to cut you off, but I was just gonna say, did you say martingale strategy?
yeah, some people use that and they seem very profitable, but it's a trick
But
they
how
do.
how would you use what? Like
Isn't
you
that
just
like
double
some?
your you would
Yeah,
double your
that's
lot size every time?
it's not necessarily double, but you increase it until it reverses and makes you money. But the time you lose the trade, you basically blow your whole account. It's a very
Yeah,
clever
that's
scam. It's a very clever scam because a lot of people will charge you monthly, and you'll only blow your account after like 2 years. But by then, they already made so much money off of you.
when I mean you can blow your account at any time doing martingale.
I know, but typically it'll take, depending on the rules, it'll take a
Well,
year.
technically, when you
6 months.
lose your account doing martingale, you lose absolutely everything just by
I
the
know,
nature of
I
it.
know, I know.
Yeah.
But the guy selling you the service is gonna make a bunch of money by then, right?
But why
So
would you
what I'm
keep
trying to
going?
say, so what I'm trying to say is, yeah,
Yeah.
there's many ways to manipulate track records, but I can I can prove that my track record is not manipulated in any of those ways.
But why
That's
would
what
you
I'm
ever
trying to say.
sell that though instead of just keep it to yourself and try to
Well, I
max
would,
it out?
it's not like I'm teaching people how to do it.
Well, I mean, you're giving it out, you're selling it, right?
I'm
So
telling the
wait, I have
say
a
no.
question.
I'm telling the
Do
say
you
no
send out the
for
trade
now.
alert? Do you send out the trade alert
Entry,
before?
stop loss, take profit.
Wait,
Yes.
but hold on. Do you send out the trade alert before you make the trade, during, like right when you click the button, or right after?
No comments. That sounds like an FBI question.
It's a pretty lose lose. It is a lose lose situation.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
for setting
that
up.
that sounds very
You're
suspicious.
either creating like slippage for yourself,
No, these are
or
billion-dollar
or you're
companies.
or
We
you're
went over this.
manipulating the market.
Were you not listening? These were billion-dollar companies I send trade alerts on. Lululemon, AIG.
Right. And the question is, do you send the
Gold.
trade alert right when you place the trade?
You also
Like
said
right
you did pink
before
sheets, so now I'm not
or
really
right
Yeah.
after?
understanding what you do.
Yeah, because
Nike.
pink sheets can be more easy to manipulate. Like I think that
Robin.
might explain why your trades, why you make so much off each of your trades, because you sell the trade alert, you buy in, maybe you sell the
No,
trade alert
guys,
after
these
the
are on the
fact.
daily time frame. This is on the we enter swing trades on the daily time frames. Okay, I'm not moving the markets. Don't worry. Come
I'm saying for
on,
the pink sheet stuff, but I don't know, maybe not. But
guys. This is the daily time frame on billion-dollar companies. This is not penny stocks on the 1 minute. Like, relax.
No. I'm not like
mm.
saying you're having an effective market manipulation, but either you're creating slippage for yourself, or you're micro
How is that
manipulating
manipulate?
them.
I'm not a. That's
If
not
people place
manipulation.
orders where you place orders, that creates slippage. That this is the nature of
I'm
like
looking.
scaling not
I'm
being
looking
applicable
for.
to certain
I'm looking for
strategies.
5, 4, 7, 8% moves, not 0.001. If it was
Still not understanding
0.001,
what you're
yeah,
saying. You're
I
still
would.
not.
Yeah, but slippage could be really high. If you can see that even.
Yeah, I'm not
crypto,
saying that
Yeah.
you're actually.
it could be like
I'm
5-7.
sure your group is like not super big. I'm
It's
not.
very big. It's actually very big.
Okay, well, then you're creating slippage for yourself. Why would you want to do that?
Brother, I'm able to put in all of my desired amounts at the
How do
price
you
I
know
want to get
that?
them
How are you?
This
How
is
do you know that you're not creating slippage for yourself?
yeah.
because I'm able
If
to
you have
enter the full
everyone
desired
else
position.
in your group, if you
Yeah,
have
like the whole
thousands of
trade
people,
alert thing is so
I'm,
it's so
I'm
suspicious.
I'm able to enter where I want to enter and exit where I want to exit. So I'm happy. Until that changes, I'm going to continue to do it.
No, but you
you're
do,
not.
but that's not like kind of the question at hand.
You're still
The
creating
question at
slippage.
hand is like when you do your trade alert, effectively you're just getting people to kind of buy in right after you did, and you know that makes it
Maybe it
such
was
that
before, maybe it was
Yeah,
after.
like an
more
actual hedge fund
profitable.
allocates all their trades equally amongst all their capital, like completely fairly across the clients.
Hmm.
It's not just
Oh well,
one
yeah,
guy
for
gets
hedge
his
fund.
trade in first. Like
Yeah,
it's not gonna.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah.
not.
So you
It's
guys are
not gonna
taking
be done
this trade
legally
alert.
anyway.
You guys are taking the trade alert thing too serious. It's more of a stepping stone for me, right? That's
How
all
much
it is.
how much are you selling the trade alerts for?
150 USD.
Oh,
Yeah, I would just think.
wait, 100 $150 a month or
USD per month, yeah, per month.
what the 150 a month?
Yeah, which is very low, I know.
No, hold up. That's fucking insane.
How?
Because why would you ever sell that instead of if you had a trade alert that worked, you would just borrow money make more than what your debt is or your interest rate is. Like you'll borrow, say, like
I do
however
that.
much money
I
you
do
could.
that. I do that.
But then why
So
would you
why,
still have to trade this trade alert though?
And
I
who's
don't.
gonna give
This
me
is
more than I can only borrow so much money though, right?
but why would you
you would
not be
just
concerned about like if you have if you think like you're this god of trading, dude,
I
like
am, which I am. I really am one in a
right?
billion
Well,
people.
but why would you not be concerned about your strategy getting
No
decayed
one
by
is smart enough. No one is smart enough to reverse engineer the strategy. I'll be honest.
but there's nothing you're doing with your
interesting?
strategy that is anything that you're doing with your strategy that's so like special. Like I don't understand. Do you like have like some in-depth math or something that no one else can figure out? Like
Kind of, yes. Yes, like what institutional traders taught me, I've I've understood it in a deeper level than them, if that makes sense. I've just and I'm just so bro, I wish I could. I know it sounds crazy. I swear to God, I know it
it's
sounds
not that it
crazy,
just
but
sounds crazy. It's just
Wait, but
not.
so well, no, I
It
just
doesn't
so
sound
have any
real. I
of
don't
the
know.
people that buy your trade alerts do you like what sort of stats on your strategy do you give them?
uh, I only teach them certain things. I don't teach them the most
No,
powerful
no, no.
numbers. Yeah,
Stats on the strat. Not that you share the strategy. I'm saying
the
on your
stats are
historical
usually
performance.
the
Like what
stats are
sort of
usually
stats
the
A
do you
stats are
hundred
share?
usually
and
yeah.
fifty dollars a month per
Wait, sorry. Wait, hold
person.
on. Yeah, what sort of stats do you share with them, or do they ask for?
So I have a list of all of my winners and losers. For every trade I sent out, it tells you how much we made or lost on the
No,
trade.
but I'm saying like risk-adjusted stats, like a
Ri-
Sorrentino ratio, a Sharpe ratio, something that includes.
like risk to
the-
reward ratio.
Um,
No,
well,
like
yeah,
it's a different. It's like a risk-adjusted
well,
one.
the not risk to reward of individual trades, but the risk you're taking on in terms of the variance of your portfolio.
So can I just show you and explain something to you, if you guys don't mind? I don't like. I think this
Can you
might
just
help
answer
you.
this? Like,
It's
I'm
hard.
confused.
I can't fully comprehend your question.
Like, okay, risk is
What?
how do we quantify risk? What is the quantification for risk?
It depends. Like
No, it really doesn't. It's
Well, I mean,
what's
there's you
variance
you
or
have to
standard
say,
deviation.
but yeah, but you have to like literally say which ratio. Yeah, there's different ratios, but
so,
like
I
Well,
the
no,
most
use
Joel.
basic ones
Risk
like
itself,
Sharp or
no.
risk
yeah.
itself is variance.
Yeah, so
Oh
I use
yeah.
so the thing is every trade I take has a different risk to reward. It
Oh my
depends
God!
on
No,
the
I'm
big
saying the risk of your of your strategy. So the historical
Yeah.
performance,
uh,
it's variance or standard deviation.
Of everything,
That's risk.
aggregate total.
And so you would compare in certain ratios. You're comparing the you could say reward or the returns each day compared to the variance of those returns,
okay,
which
so
that gives you
like
something like a Sharpe ratio or a Sorrentino ratio.
I kind of get what you mean, right? I don't think I have the answer to your question though.
But dude, how are people paying you money if
Yeah.
you're not describing like the basic characteristics of your strategy? That's
Because
incredible to me.
I show my track record.
Your track record. We're talking about your track record.
Look,
Can I show you
anyone you
can I show
which
you
is your
can I show you the
risk.
track record?
thank you for the
If you're going to say winners and losers, that doesn't say anything about the risk-adjusted return of your
Yeah.
strategy.
yeah.
Yeah, so look again, every time I enter a trade, whether it's a winner or loser, is gonna say check mark or X, right?
Mhm.
Long or short. The ticker, whether it's GS, Nike, whatever, percentage gains or losses, right? If it was our full desired position size, half or 25%. Okay.
I get it.
And then it also tells you the risk to reward, meaning for this trade, we risked $1 to make $1.02.
What he's saying is like I think he's saying it's like
And how
has your
long we
portfolio
held
ever
the
been
trade for.
down half or something like that? Like how
$150
much
a
variance
month.
was
No,
was
no,
in this
no,
return
no.
that
It's a
ca-
steady,
like that
it's pretty,
came? It's like
pretty steady
that's the kind
growth
of things
overall.
the ratios get at. It's like
It's a pretty steady growth overall. And now the small caps, which is a new thing I added for more value. This maybe I will move the markets on. Okay, you never know. But basically I expect to have an 85% win rate for this because penny stocks are less priced in. They're not like the big caps. They're actually easy mode.
Yeah, bro, you're just saying nothing. No offense. Like again, a pretty
But
simple
what?
question was
But
asking.
what's your like? What's your like? What is your actual fundamentals for your strategy? What is that based on?
It's well, like what
that's
is my
that's
strategy
what
based
people
on?
really need to know to invest. To
What's
be
my
honest.
strategy based on? My investing strategy, my active investing strategy, or my trading strategy?
The one that you're selling the trade alerts on.
I also have investing alerts actually. I have
Why would-
investing
what?
alerts too.
Is that also $150 a month?
No, it's all together. So we have like an investing
Oh.
category where I send out like right here, like quality companies though, like ALB, Dollar Tree. So I basically accumulate quality companies when they're cheap, and I take profits when they're expensive because no one knows the bottom, no one knows the top, right? It's about accumulating low and
So how are you
taking profits.
valuing the companies? How do you know
Am
when
I
they're
valuing
expensive?
companies?
How do you know if
It
they're
depends.
expensive or cheap?
It depends. It's not like one mathematical formula. It depends, right? So I'll give you an example.
okay.
You know how the whole technology sector dropped, right?
Hmm.
I'm not just gonna buy a technology company that's good and dropped a lot. No, because I understand if the whole sector fell together, the institutions are gonna pour their money into the big caps first. They're gonna go up, and then the medium, then the small, and that's how it works,
So
right?
how are you valuing the when you buy a company?
How
do
would
you
it
know
tell
whether
you
it's
that's what?
cheap or expensive?
Yeah.
In this situation, I look at the big caps like INTU. We know it's one of the biggest companies in the technology sector. What's it called?
Like,
Oracle.
how do you know when it's
Oracle.
cheap or expensive?
I'll
How are
tell
you
you.
valuing it?
I'll tell you. There's one factor I can't show you, but I'll give you one. Like, again, there's certain factors I genuinely can't teach you. It's what's that
Not
word?
teaching it. Just what do you?
I know, but there's certain things I just can't say. If that, I
What is that? Okay,
just
but
mean,
like,
I mean,
what does
I
that
would just have a
mean?
bet. Wait, hold
the
on, dude. I'm
basic
like
tech-
kind of tired of the bullshit. Do you even like what would your like? This has nothing to do with your particular strategy, but do you
Mhm.
even understand like just a basic model for valuing a company? Like a
So
DCF? Have you
there's
ever
no
heard of that?
point in knowing how to do that, and I'll tell you why. There's no point in knowing how to do that.
Flabbergasted.
I'll tell you why.
Wait,
tell you
wait,
why.
hold up,
I'll
guys,
tell you
guys,
why.
1 second,
tell
before
you
you
why.
continue.
It's
One
priced
second,
in.
hold up, 1 second before you guys continue. Let me explain what he just said. Basically, he just said that it doesn't matter how
Yes.
you evaluate the price of a company.
Exactly. Because it's priced in. Because
Hold
it's
up,
priced
hold
in.
up, hold up.
How would you know if it's priced in? How do you know it's
But, yeah,
priced
yeah.
in if you
You know
can't
what-
value the fucking
Well,
company?
ETFs are
Because
different.
there's billionaires who already do that. That's why.
There's so many different fundamental
Because-
assumptions that people have differently about companies, and that's what
How do you know
determines
if
the
that's
market value,
priced in
but it's
as
not
That's
accurate.
not my strategy. The only thing I care about is Oracle, for example. It's a quality company. It's probably not going to go anywhere. It's at a discount, hitting a key level of support on the weekly time frame. I'm going to accumulate. It could go lower though, absolutely. But I know I'll get a good ROI when it finally does go up. Yeah, that's it.
But that, how would you
That's it.
know that you're getting in at the right time is the question, Doc.
Oh, I'm not trying to get in there at the right time. I'm not trying to get into as far as my investing strategy goes. I'm accumulating at multiple different levels.
Oh, I thought you meant for your trades. Your trades.
Oh,
How do you
no,
know when to
no,
get in
no,
for your
no, no.
trades?
No. So the trades. Now here's the thing about trading. Okay. Now here's the thing about trading. When it comes to trading, the market is basically almost always exactly where it's supposed to be. So even if you enter a trade, you have to exit. You have to look for a certain size of a move, if that makes sense.
So how do you
So,
know
dude-
when the market is not where it's supposed to be?
But the 52-week
I'll
high
give
and
you an
52-week
example.
low
I'll
of a
give you an
company
example. I'll
does
give you an
not
example.
reflect
That's a
its
good
actual
question.
valuation.
That's a good. The guy who asked the question. That's a really good question, actually. Okay, so I'll give you an example. So this is Oracle, right? See this red line here? See this red line here? Maybe this is the first level where they want to accumulate. Okay, just bear with me. Just bear with me. Relax. Maybe this is like the first level where they want to accumulate. And they're like, okay, next we'll accumulate around this area, then around this area. Now, keep in mind, they have areas of accumulation because one price won't have enough liquidity for them. They accumulate. Like, we'll buy until it goes all the way up until here. We'll stop buying. It's not at a good enough discount anymore. So I'll give you an example. You get a Fibonacci connected to the top to the bottom. They're like, we'll start buying here. As long as it's below the 236 Fib level, it's at a good discount. But once it hits, they stop accumulating. And then it can go back down, or maybe sometimes it goes up, then you don't know, right? It's 50-50.
Zeros?
But
Zeros?
that bounce, that initial bounce of
Zeros?
accumulation, that's very high probability.
Zeros.
Yeah.
How much
Your
trillion
point-
market
hold up.
cap is it at?
Hold
right
up,
now?
guys,
How
stop
much
throwing
billion market
zeros.
cap is it at?
Yeah.
Zeros. You're literally pointing to lines on a chart. You're not actually explaining anything.
Did you not understand what I just said?
You literally just pointed at charts on a. You literally just pointed out lines on a chart, and you said
Did you not
thing goes
listen?
up and then it moves this way.
You didn't listen then. You genuinely didn't listen.
Bro, you said it's consolidated here,
No, I
and
don't
thus
And then
it's a high
institutional-
probability that it's going to
No,
move
Investors
here.
start accumulating
You guys
here,
didn't
but
listen. You
you
guys
haven't said
didn't.
I
why
read
they
in the
started
comments,
accumulating there. Is
Moderator.
that
I
You
read
just
in the
guys didn't
comments.
listen.
down right now? Like, it's just
You guys didn't listen. You guys didn't fucking listen.
Boy, oh, dude.
Look, 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 it's like this.
Again, you're pointing to lines on a chart. You're not actually
That's
explaining what the.
but my whole thing comes from this though. It doesn't come from the fundamentals. I could care less about the fundamentals. The only thing I care about is it a quality company that's not going anywhere? Because guess what? Here, I'll give you an example. Alibaba. Do I need to do fundamental research on Alibaba when I know Charlie Munger, the smartest fundamental analysis, likes it? And put
Yes.
16% of his money into it. 16%. It's one thing if you put in $100 or whatever. He put 16% of his money into it. Actions speak louder than words. If you guys
But
can't
Charlie
understand
Munger is a
that,
long-term investor. He's doing
Yeah,
it on a
so-
5-year to
and
10-year
you don't know the
horizon.
price
Like
that,
you're
but
doing
you don't,
a daily
but
trading
you don't,
thing. Like,
yeah, but you don't know the price that Charlie Munger got in at.
actually we do. Are you
And you're
okay?
making
We
a
do.
self-admission that
We
you're
do.
making money
We
via
do.
market drift.
You just said we don't know where Charlie Munger bought. What are you talking about? I'll tell you the 3 levels he bought at. And he has to give this public information out
Oh, okay,
publicly.
maybe he does. Maybe you do.
Here,
Sure, I'll give you that. But
this
that
was
doesn't mean you can.
I don't know
Hold up.
why
But you're
Let me,
admitting
Shiros,
this
Shiros, let
proof.
me rephrase.
You guys don't know what you're
Let me
talking
hold
about.
up. Shiros, let me rephrase. Let me rephrase. But you don't know if you can get in at the same price that Charlie Munger got in at.
Well, what if he bought here and the price is over here? Technically, I'm getting at a better price.
Dude, you're making an admission that your strategy just revolves around market drift, which is the opposite of a strategy that generates zero alpha.
That's what you think. And
But you just said it. Wait, you just said you view like these fundamental analysis investors' opinions.
Please
and
drop
then
a follow
trade
if you
based on
enjoyed
that.
this, guys. I have a feeling we have more of this.
Charlie
But that's
Munger-
making money via market
Charlie
drift.
Munger is no average Joe, my friend. He is a Charlie Munger.
You're not
That's still
Charlie
market
Munger.
he's definitely Charlie Munger, but he's Charlie Munger because he's gonna hold that company for 5 to 10 years, maybe
Wait,
longer.
Yeah. Thank
I
you
know
for
all
all
these
you guys. I
20%
appreciate it.
But
compounded
he's
a year.
No, but here's the thing.
I'm at a loss
Charlie
for words,
Munger-
guys.
Charlie Munger doesn't just buy something because he's gonna hold
I
for
don't know
10
who this guy
years, and
is.
he also holds stuff because he wants a high ROI. That's
Right.
also a
True.
factor.
Yeah, but
Yes,
like,
that's any investor. That's any investor on earth wants a
Exactly.
high
But you
ROI.
can't
but you're
use
saying you're
him holding.
trading.
so you
Like, I don't
can't
get
use-
it. Like, are you planning to
can't-
hold this for 5 years? Or
So you can't use him. So you can't use him holding for 5 years as an excuse. Okay, but anyways, like I was saying, I am the best investor and trader in this world. Okay, I want to make that crystal clear.
Wait, guys, just to take it back 3 seconds. Okay, and you trade. Okay, but you don't know how to do fundamental analysis.
I don't want to learn. I
But
I could
don't.
learn
but
and
you
probably
don't, you
get
don't
good
know
at
how
it.
to. But you don't know how to do it. If you had to learn it, it means you don't know how
Here's
to
the
do it
thing.
yet.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
You just said your strategy relies on it, right?
Here's the thing.
Of these fundamental analysis opinions, correct?
All I need to know is that it's
Oh my
quality.
God,
That's it,
guys,
and
you
it's
better
not
drop
hard
me a
to learn.
follow for dealing with this. Greatest investor on earth, but he doesn't know how to evaluate the price of a company to
Because
figure
it's
out what the
pointless.
stock should be worth.
Because it's pointless. That's why. Yes. And there's a reason why I outperform every hedge fund in the world consistently. Why I'm the best.
You don't even know how to
You haven't.
describe your performance. You don't even understand what alpha or beta are.
Hey man, honestly, I'm sorry to say this. I don't want to sound cocky, but you guys don't have the same comprehension level as me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound cocky, but you can laugh.
You're saying a whole lot of nothing. You're just literally,
You can laugh.
you know what this is? It's like a little kid pointing to an adult saying, "You guys don't know how to drive a car. You guys don't know
You're
what
right.
you're doing." And
You're
he just
right.
goes on
You're
it like
right.
a bicycle, like
You
a
know what? You're
tricycle.
right. You're right. I agree with you, fam. You're right.
Wait, hold up. Can you tell me what the CAPM model is?
I don't know what it is because it's not important. Just kidding. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I don't care.
Do you know what volatility is?
Yes, I only like to learn the things that work. So that's the thing, you know. If it works, I'll learn it. And how much does it work?
It's like
That's
These
not
aren't
even-
these aren't strategies. These are descriptions of a port of strategies, so that you can tell me how your performance is.
if he's if he's trying to promote his course, he's doing a terrible
not.
job because
No,
I
I'm
don't
not.
think
I swear to God,
anyone
I'm
I
not.
don't think anyone
Can I
here
say-
is gonna
Can I
listen
can
to
I
us,
say
but-
one thing? I swear to God, I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. Genuinely.
Yeah, wait until it's a down market. Try to make 20% returns when the market is
easy.
red month after month.
Easy.
It hasn't happened though.
Easy.
Not in
I
your
can-
lifetime when you've been allowed to trade. You haven't seen
Brother,
a bear market,
Money always flows somewhere. Okay.
and it's not to you, unless you're selling your $150
Money always
Trade
flows
alert.
somewhere. Like, I'll give you an example. Walmart is very high up. Target is very low. Target is a good thing to accumulate right now, actually.
How does that make any sense if Walmart's beating Target according to
That's
you?
nowhere near enough to make an investment decision. Like I
Target,
just
Yeah, like
Target,
what is?
Target is
Hold
more.
up. Did you wait? Did you just say Target is losing, Walmart is winning, so buy Target?
Huh? That's no. I'm just saying. Oh my God, you guys just take things like
I'm just
you
like
guys.
wondering if, like, to what
Ah,
degree is
you
it like
guys
doing
don't
worse than
have like a
Walmart?
deep
Is it like
comprehension. No,
making
listen.
half the sales, a quarter of the
No,
sales? Is it
I'll
improving
tell
its
you
sales at
why.
20% a year?
I'll
Is
tell you why.
I don't,
I'll tell you. So basically, Target has been around for a long time. It's a very quality company. It's not gonna go anywhere, okay?
What
It's
makes you
gonna be
tell?
up.
Hold up. What makes
Elizabeth
you think
Arden
it's
was
a?
around for a long time and it went somewhere.
What makes you think?
These
Wait.
companies will go down one day, and if you're trading
What
based
gives
on
you
them
the
one day, you're
impression?
just gonna.
What's your basis that Target is a quality company? What are you evaluating that off of?
There's one factor I can't go over, okay? But I'll tell you one factor. It's been around for a very long time.
That's just vibes.
Very
It's
long
been
time.
around for a long. That's not a.
Yes, that's very,
There's
very.
a lot of companies that have been around for a long time.
Yeah, I know, and some of them go
What make?
bankrupt. I know,
Hold up.
I
What
know,
makes it a quality
I know.
company though?
But usually, companies that have been around for a long time don't go bankrupt.
Where's your source on that? Most companies go bankrupt. Like I don't understand. What are you
No,
talking
not most,
about?
not most
Most
companies that have been
Fortune
around for a
500
long time.
companies make less than, I forgot
Most
what the amount
Fortune
was. Like
500 companies haven't been
they
around for a
barely
long
produce any
time.
returns.
Oh my God, you guys don't know anything, bro. I swear to God, you guys only know things that don't matter. I swear to God. Ah,
Shiros, but you don't like these are like very simple things that have to do with it like finance like negative 101. Like anyone who wants to learn anything about finance would like learn these things on like the first day. I'm not even talking to you about
no,
like
but I didn't
Pharma
go to
French
uni like you.
models or
I didn't go to uni like you. My only task was to try to make money and figure out how to make money. And you know what I told
but
myself?
you would go to
I told
university
myself,
if you wanted to make
no,
good
my
money.
my plan was I'm never gonna be an active investor or a trader. I'm just gonna invest in the S&P and the Nasdaq and just do long term. Because I thought anyone else that does anything else is a complete idiot. That's what I thought, right?
No, there's people who know what they're doing.
No, but I'm talking like anyone else though, like other than the biggest hedge funds, because majority of hedge funds get outperformed by the S&P. I was aware of all this stuff,
Yeah.
right? And I only
Thank
got
you,
into this.
Eclipse.
I only got into this when I knew, like, I actually discovered an
But you're
edge.
25 though.
25. I'm a very intelligent man. I'll be honest with you. I'm a very
But
intelligent
you
man.
don't. But we asked you like what like, but you don't
Just
know
because I
what
don't have
your
knowledge, just because I don't
Sharpe
have as much
ratio is.
knowledge, just because I don't know how, just because I lack knowledge doesn't mean I'm not intelligent. Okay.
You say
Anyway, I
you
gotta
weren't.
head out, guys.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Rara, for joining. Yeah. Here, I'll let you down. Thank you, Rara, the innovator. Hold up.
Right?
But Shiros, this is not about intelligence. Yeah, you can find doctors who don't know what alpha is, but they're not trying to be traders. You're trying to be a trader. You're trying to tell people trade alerts. And when we ask you like these very like fundamental 101 things, you're like just look at these lines on a chart and just make money.
It's been working for me, and they've been able to make money copying me. It's been working for
Do you
everyone.
know, okay, have you heard of a hedge fund called long-term capital investment or no? Let me tell you a story.
Sure, tell me.
Have long-term capital investment. Do you
I
know
don't,
about them or no?
I don't think I've heard of them, but tell me.
They were a Wall Street hedge fund in the late 90s. They were
Mhm.
making 20% a year. For 3 years, they made over 20%. Everyone put all of their money into long-term capital investment. Do you know what happened in the fourth year?
Maybe let me guess, they lost it all.
Yes, they
Yeah,
lost it all, and the government had to do a $4 billion bailout.
yeah, these
So,
things happen.
right. So, what makes you think, for example, like, and these
That
were
won't happen to
people
me.
who are
But
much
they
more,
probably
and
put
these are
all of
people,
their.
hold up, but these are people who are a lot smarter than you. These were legitimate
Ah,
mathematicians. These were people who had PhDs, a lot of them. Like, a lot of people
ah,
working on Wall Street have
no.
PhDs. What makes you think that if that could happen to them, it couldn't happen to you?
Yeah, so I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
So the thing is, their strategy, they were competing with other people that also have PhDs. They don't have a particular
But
type
you're
of. But
But
hear me out.
but if you trade any time in the market, you're competing with people who have PhDs at all times.
No, it depends on which strategy you're using. If I play basketball, am I competing with LeBron James? No, it depends on which court I'm
That's not
playing
how
on.
that works, though.
It
You're
does.
buying and selling the same thing as the billionaire
No, that's
market
not
makers and
true.
hedge fund
That's
managers.
not true.
Yeah, but you're playing
Yes.
on the same court.
Maybe they're
You're playing on
no,
the
Yeah,
no,
it's
exact
the
same
same
court as LeBron.
court.
no. But here's the
Yeah.
thing. Here's the thing. Oh my God, there's so many factors you guys don't consider actually. So here's the thing. Maybe they're using fundamental analysis to enter their trades, first of all, while I'm not, right? We're using a completely different model. Okay? Now here's another thing. Here's another thing. Look, hear me out.
Mhm.
Hear me out. The thing is, man, you made me lose my train of thought a little bit. These these guys that lost all that money, right? How do we know they didn't just buy like 3 risky companies that were doing well? They're making 20% a year. Hooray, hooray. Everyone joins in, right? And then boom, it just like the companies don't do well and now it loses. That happens, right? Maybe that's why they got good returns to begin with. Because, and believe it or not, a lot of these things you learn in school, right? A lot of these things that you learn in school about the financial markets usually don't even help you get good returns in the financial markets because they're the first things to get priced in.
But hold up. But you never went to university. Do you even know what they teach in a university finance course or
I know
finance
they
degree? I have a
teach.
finance degree,
I know, but I know they teach something that's not scarce. Like that information is not scarce because everyone goes. A lot of people go to college, meaning a lot of people.
scarce. I don't. What do you mean by that?
Only scarce knowledge has value.
Are you
Scarce
talking about
knowledge.
like? Okay, yeah. What you're talking about is limited
The
information.
knowledge, no, the information
What
you learn. In school. Hold on, hold on. The
Okay.
information you learn in school, right? Everyone else who goes to school learns it, so they're also using that to price things in. That's why it's ineffective.
But that's not who.
You're not getting a finance degree and learning strategy in the market. You're gaining the tools to be able to view, communicate, and interpret the market. So, like for instance, you clearly could never raise money from anyone, at least
Right.
like people that are actual investors, because you
Yeah,
can't
people have
describe your
legitimate money.
performance. So, like you're learning how like
Right.
companies are valued. You're learning how derivatives are
all words.
valued. Like I think he asked you earlier about like Black-Scholes, like how you price options. So all this gives you the tools to build out possible strategies.
Right.
But
and
you need to at least understand how things are valued and how to communicate like portfolio statistics in order to even like raise money or develop strategies in the first place.
Also, can I just say something for you? Also, you have to understand that there are, like, I want to say, like, the amount of money that gets put towards just beating the stock market and doing research, it's probably so far has been in the hundreds of billions of dollars that people have spent trying to do this thing that you're trying to do. And then what makes you think that you can do it better than those guys, especially when you can't even like
Yeah.
put your strategy into words?
So there's billionaires that have become millionaires from trading, and there's millionaires who have become billionaires from investing and trading, whatever, right? The thing is, at the end of the day, the price can only go up or down, right? There's a 50% chance whether you make or lose money on a trade.
It's
When
not
you
50,
have-
but okay.
No,
It's not 50.
Whether it goes up or down is 50-50.
It's not 50. No, because
What
no,
is
no,
it?
because I'll tell you why. Because the stock market goes up over time, so more than likely it's actually going to go up ever slightly because the stock market as a whole goes up over time.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
Black-Scholes. We just mentioned Black-Scholes actually
Yeah,
touches on
whatever.
this.
Whatever. Okay, fine. You got me there. Okay. Maybe there's a 51% chance it goes up. Whatever. Point is, you get the picture, right? Up or down.
No, I don't get the picture.
Up or down. Okay.
What about stay the same?
Now, when there's
Yeah.
a factor, it increases the probability of upside. Okay. Or downside, depending on if it's a bearish or bullish factor. When you have multiple powerful institutional factors converging at once, it will increase. Now, I'm talking factors that haven't been priced in. The factors you guys use, unfortunately, have been like the valuation of our company. They already looked at that and bought it or sold it based off of, you know what I mean? I'll give you an example. There was
In
a
order
guy
to
who
show
bought a
Valuations.
company. There was an institutional trader I met who bought a company.
So he mentioned the
He bought a
cap-in
gold
model
company.
earlier. Hold on, he mentioned the cap-in model earlier, which is also a variation of the equation to calculate alpha. And so,
Right.
and you can build that out into like multi-factor models
You guys
that
better follow me
account
for
for
dealing with
other
this.
variables, not just market drift. So you can build up like probably like 30 or 50 factor models, probably even more than that. But the point is you saying that God, I kind of lost my train of thought. You're not like, if you're not generating alpha in the, God, I kind of forget what I was saying. Fuck. What was
Generating
he?
alpha, or you're talking about like certain stuff that's not priced in. That then
Well, I guess my point is, fuck, what was I saying? Like,
like oh the
I
certain
forget what I was
like
trying to say.
yeah,
Fuck.
I mean, anyway, I was gonna say, also was gonna say this.
You know
Are
what
you
I'll do
saying
for
that
you,
you have
TP?
are you saying you have information that no one else has? Is that what you're claiming?
That majority of people, even institutional traders, don't have. Yeah, and it's not hard to be an institutional trader.
I know what I was going to say. I know what I was going to
Majority
say.
of
Yeah.
You were
institutions, you know
mentioning
why?
factors. You were saying the factors we were mentioning are irrelevant
Right.
and already priced in.
Yes.
No, all we're talking about is being able to characterize whether the inputs or like axioms of your
What does that do
model
for you?
generate return
But how does that tell you to buy or sell?
without market risk. Wait,
Does
hold
that tell you
on.
to buy or sell?
No. Again, we're categorizing the returns of your portfolio. So how well your strategy actually works.
No, but
So if your
Right.
strategy is working well, you're not just making money based on market drift, meaning you're not just making the same return as the S&P with the same amount of risk, because that at the end of the day, that's like the
You
risk
have
to
like a
reward
proven
methods.
edge, yeah.
the only way
And
to know is
He's
if
not
you
trolling Alec, by the way. This guy has 151,000
so
followers. He does this. He doesn't.
So
He's not
my
trolling,
point is,
but
in order to know, you mentioned these like secret factors you have that you trade based on that give you your edge, correct? In order to tell whether that's an actual edge, you look at each day's return or each trade's return, and well, you would probably just go each day's return. Compare that then to the market, or like put that into a CAPM model, and you can
right.
test whether that what your beta is, obviously, which is the most important thing here, like meaning how much correlation / variance your portfolio moves with the market. I guess that I don't know if I phrased that correctly, but
So
if you're just making money based on market movement, then your strategy is not doing anything.
You're just getting lucky, effectively.
So I don't know if I completely comprehended what you guys said, right? I have a different type of brain. But here's the thing, man. At the end of the day, the only way to know if something works or not, right, is years of data and knowing how to filter through manipulation. Like, for example, how to identify if something is martingale or not, right? And
What the fuck does that mean? Something is martingale or not?
yeah, like maybe the track record only looks green because it's martingale. Like with the winners are.
What are you talking about?
It's what I said is pretty simple.
Yeah, but okay, are you?
What
So
does
you're
being
saying you
martingale?
judge
That's just
whether you judge whether your
I have an
strategy
idea.
works.
I have an idea. Can I
Wait,
ask you
wait,
guys-
hold on. Just question: do you judge whether your strategy works based on just a long period of green days?
No, absolutely not.
Then how do you quantify
That's just
how well
one
your
factor.
strategy works?
That's one factor. You have to make sure.
What are the other factors?
Well, first of all, how much time and transactions of data, okay, and
What?
also
What
yes,
do you mean time?
like
That's how you judge whether your strategy works.
Hold
The
on,
amount
hold
of
on. Like if it can't be 1 days of results, it has to be like years of results at least, right? It also has to be, what do you call it? A lot of transactions. Because how do you know I didn't enter 3 trades in a year? Right? It has to be multiple trades.
But it could even be any. Okay, but the
right.
thing
So
is, like,
the question
any
is, hold on.
strategy that. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, I
I'll
got
make
you.
it real simple. Like, would 5 years of data be like, would that be notable to you?
It depends on how many transactions you entered. If you
Right.
entered more than
Say
5
you're
trades-
making 3 trades a day over 5 years.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's
Okay. And so if I told you that over the course of those 5 years, my strategy was up 300%, is it a good strategy?
if you're entering 3 trades a year, and if it's
No,
not
3 trades a
martingale-
day. 3 trades a
3
day.
trades a day, I meant, yeah, and it's not martingale, then yeah, depending on the nature of the strategy, it could be. If it's depending on the nature of the strategy, yeah.
What do you mean what do you mean by that?
Because the thing is, the markets can also change every 5-10 years, and like you can be profitable for 5 years and unprofitable for 5 years. Like it can
Right, say 15 years. Say 15 years. 15 years, my strategy was
I'm
up.
not 100% sure.
My strategy was up 2,000% over 15 years. I took 3 trades a day. Is that a good strategy or a bad strategy?
Yeah, I don't think that guarantees it's a good strategy.
What guarantees it then?
The nature of the strategy,
What does
What do you mean
that
by that?
mean?
bro. There, I don't want to go into
So vibes,
right now.
the vibes of the strategy, because you're not basing it in math.
No.
I'll land my plane though. So the point is say like for 19 years I made like a negative 5% return, but then the last year I made a 10,000% return. Clearly, like it looks good, like over the course of 20 years, or you could make this any length of time. But the point is your variance is whack. The actual risk of your portfolio is whack. And you could tell maybe the 21st year, we just go back down to losing 5%. So you can't communicate your strategy based on the amount of data points you have just specifically based on your return.
You have to look at
Your green days.
You
It's
have to look
nonsense.
at you have to look at the overall returns and see if they were like it's just one lucky day or if it was like
Right.
consistency, right?
And how do we do that?
By showing the track record.
No, you said
Shoot.
You do have to look at some
All
extra.
right, disconnected for a moment, but I'm back, guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
drop a follow if you enjoyed. Probably
Bro,
back
I'm
to
low
live
key.
soon.
I'm
Yeah.
low key teaching him variance here.
And I
Yeah,
gotta,
low-key.
I gotta go. It's
okay.
like 4 a.m., right? But Tiki and Skatoe, I don't care about anyone else. I swear to God, I don't care about selling a program. I get a lot of customers every day. I'm happy, right? But you guys are smart. You guys are actually smart. I would actually want you guys to try out my trades on a demo account or live up to you, right?
No,
On a demo,
no.
and
Your trades mean nothing. There's no way for you to sit down and prove what you're doing is actually achieving anything other than
why
you
don't
just
you
getting
do it on a
lucky.
demo account and see if we get
And
lucky?
I'm not gonna waste my time. It's a waste of time.
I'm
It doesn't prove anything.
it kind of, I mean,
No, it doesn't. Sit there and make it so that you can put it into code
do you believe in
that
God?
shows that you mathematically have an
Do you
edge.
believe in God? I'm just curious. Do you believe in God? I'm just curious. Just curious, if you don't mind. Do you believe in God?
Yeah,
Oh, you do?
yeah, I believe in God.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. You seem like the person who wouldn't. Okay.
What does God have to do with trading?
You're like one of those people that just like you are just programmed a certain way by schools and like the world around you, and
By asking you, you're trading
No.
something that is
But I'm
effectively
telling
a
you,
machine. It's like a mathematical machine of inputs and outputs. I'm asking you, what are your inputs that lead to a positive output? And you're just saying vibes, God, and the nature of the strategy.
no.
It's
I have a
actually
track record. I have
to
a
me.
track
It seems
record.
like it seems to me that you're the one that would be sort of like anti-God in this situation, which is like stance independent morality, because you want to say your strategy works because it works. Like it's this tautological axiom, and that you can't even describe how it works, just that it based on facts.
I did go
And
over.
so,
I did go over a
but we're
little bit
looking
of
at
how
sort
it
of like
works.
objective stance independent positions on this, which would be math and how you. I was low key pushing you to understand standard deviation. But again, like that's how we can interpret the returns of a portfolio, how we can articulate strategy. So that's how you build out an actual argument for a strategy rather than it just being this tautology.
Wait, Scott, I have a question though. You don't think millionaires are gonna invest into my hedge fund if I'm a good salesman and show them a track record? You don't think they would
You
do
can't
that?
be a good salesman if you can't describe the risk adjusted
Do
return.
you know what they're
But
gonna ask
I
you?
would be
But
selling.
hold up, Shiros. Do you know what they're gonna ask you? They're gonna
What?
say, "Hey, we want to give you, say, $5 million to invest in. Can you please tell us what your strategy is gonna be?" What are you gonna tell them?
Or like, what's the alpha of it?
Yeah.
Or is it beta
I'll
neutral?
give them the
Are we-
approximate returns. I'll show them the track record, the results, right? I'll
That
tell
would
them.
be alpha. Yes, that would be alpha.
See, I don't know what alpha means.
Exactly.
Anyways, yeah.
That's my point.
Anyways, I would show them the track record, right?
Hold up, but alpha is the only thing that matters because that's the money that you make. Alpha is like literally what you make
Is
that
that
makes this
ROI,
worthwhile.
return on investment?
In the
No,
past,
alpha is
when you said would give them your historical returns, they would want your alpha, which is quantifying those returns relative to the market and the risk of the market.
Oh, okay. Like maybe I
Yeah.
made like 20%, but the S&P went up 80% that year, for example. That's bad. right? That would be
Well,
bad.
but it also depends on the standard deviation of your portfolio returns
It's a
versus
risk
the
adjusted
S&Ps.
returns. Yeah, it's
Right.
risk adjusted.
Okay, yeah.
So that's where beta
So
comes in.
basically, so why not just, why are you making it all complicated? Why don't you just say this? What is your average, what is your average
Brother,
return in the past 10
they're gonna
years?
sit, Shiraz, they're gonna sit there and say, "Hey, you want to make a hedge fund? Here's $50 million for you to invest in if you could explain what the fuck you're doing."
But
They're
I
gonna
just
sit there.
said,
And, why
like,
do you make it
Shiraz,
so
like,
complicated?
Why can't you just say, no, but why can't
because
you
if
just
I
say
make
average return
Shiraz,
in the past 10 years instead of alpha,
because
beta,
if in the
beta,
10 years, wait, in the past 10 years, if I've
Yeah.
made a negative 20% return for 9 years, and then the 10th year I make a positive
Okay.
4,000%
I see what you're
return,
saying. I
that's
see what
not
you're
a good
saying.
strategy, buddy.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. That's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, I'll give you that. But
That's
that's
why
why.
alpha is
That's
this
why.
easy way to algebraically quantify
Yeah.
that.
Right.
How much would
That's
you charge
yeah.
for your hedge fund? Wait, how much would you charge to be a part of your hedge fund?
To be a to invest money into my hedge fund.
Yeah, how much would you charge?
Like how much of a profit split I would do? You mean?
How would you structure your fees?
Well, that depends on how much the returns are, right? Like
No, it doesn't.
it does. So the way hedge funds do it is like maybe it's
No.
like no what? I've
That's not how hedge funds structure their fees though. They have, it depends which hedge fund, but they typically have two
there you
fees.
go. It depends on which hedge funds. Yeah, I know. I did look into the fees a little bit, but it's been a while, right?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to set up my high ticket and a few other things,
Okay.
and then I'll actually focus on the hedge fund. But hey, man, you guys, keep me in your prayers. I'm just trying to make it big. Okay.
I'll keep your investors in our
Yeah.
my prayers. I don't think you're like, how would you, but
Okay.
do you,
But-
I don't even.
Yeah. Hey, man, we'll just let time tell. Honestly, like, I can't really debate with you guys when you guys have all these like terms I don't understand, right?
The most basic financial terms, this isn't even complicated, dude.
I didn't go to uni.
You're gonna open up. Yeah, that's part of the issue. You should have gone to uni if you want to make a hedge fund.
Bro, I'm so happy I didn't right now, I swear. But I know I'll figure out. Everyone has their own path. You know LaMelo Ball? Did he go to college to get into
You
the
need
NBA?
to go to college to get into the NBA, though. You really don't.
He's the only
kinda
person.
need
He's the only person who got into it that early, who didn't go to college. You typically do.
Yeah, but you don't have to learn anything in college to be a basketball player. You need to learn a lot in college to have your own hedge fund. Sure, maybe you can learn it independent, but it doesn't seem like you even want to learn those things.
No, I do. It's just 4 a.m. right now. That's all.
But how long have you been doing this for? You got 151 followers. I imagine it's been a time, right? 151,000 followers.
But time hasn't been spent in that aspect yet, brother.
No, but like, how
Anyone-
long has it?
It's like cooking and cleaning. Anyone can learn how to cook and
That's
clean.
not what I asked. No, hold up.
No.
How long have you been running your page for?
I think like a year and a half, 2 years.
So for a year and a half or to 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
you've been doing this whole finance, trading, stock market, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And yet, when it comes to some of the most basic financial things that anyone can learn in an afternoon, you're lost.
I was more focused on how do I get high returns. That's more important to me. Yeah.
But you
Consistent.
can't
high
even
returns.
define your returns.
I mean, I've been able to do good returns every year after year so far. So,
Defining your returns would be giving a risk-adjusted return.
exactly these terms I don't know yet. Relax, but I can learn them. Anyone can learn them. These are the easy stuff.
Yeah, but you typically want to learn those things before you start doing what you're doing.
I have a different way of doing things.
Yeah, I can tell it. Oh,
Anyways,
I'm at a loss, man. I don't know. How is this? It seems like this is like the type of thing you talk to someone who'd be in like community college wanting to like get a finance degree. You maybe even less than less than someone who'd be in community college for a finance degree. Why do you feel comfortable telling people how to trade and taking money for it?
because I provide a lot of value and people genuinely make a lot of money copying me
But
consistently.
but you have no evidence of what you're doing providing value.
We have a track record of every winner and loser listed with all the important details.
A lot of it's not risk-adjusted.
And that's
It means nothing. It literally means nothing. If you're risking $1 million and you make $10,000,
I
is that a
agree.
good trade?
But that's why the RR is there. That's a good question. See, I added that detail into every trade. That's called risk to reward. That's a very good point you made. I have that on every single trade.
I can't
Risk
wait
to
for a
reward.
bear market.
How do
And
you
I'm just
measure the risk component and the reward component?
How much you risk,
Yeah.
like where your stop loss was on the trade, where your take profit was.
The
and how much
fuck
you
you
would have made.
mean the stop loss on the trade?
You know what a stop
Mark
loss is?
is a banker for you guys who don't know. But
Like how much
yeah,
we were gonna lose on a trade versus how much we could have made on a trade.
Okay, but if
Bro,
you can't quantify the probability, meaning you haven't
right.
codified your strategy, so you don't know the probability of a down or upward movement, then that nominal risk or nominal reward means nothing.
well, yeah, we have both the percentage of win. We have the win rate.
Lineage?
We have the win rate, and we have the risk to reward, and we have the position size, and even the dates held for swap fees.
But that's not. Hold up.
Okay.
But sure. I know how to put it. I know how to put it. I know how to make it really simple. But what it's saying, it's like this. Let's say you win $1,000, right? And you put down there. You bet $10,000. You win 1,000, and you write down, oh, I won 1,000. Your risk adjusted return would be 10%, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't account for what you're trading. Is that on a stock? Is that on like an option? Like you're not taking into account the variation of that.
It's spot. It's just spot
So
stock. Spot stock.
Okay.
my question too is, do you like? I understand the components that you're trying to get at with the day trading of the risk to reward, maybe
Win
hit
trading,
ratio, slugging ratio, whatever you're gonna get at. But have you ever like looked at your returns aside? So
ROI.
like, okay, no. Like, okay, like Monday, fucking January 11th, I made 9%. Tuesday I made 10%. Maybe Wednesday I lost 3%. And then have you looked at that and been like, okay, holy fuck, on average I'm profitable.
Yes,
What's
I have.
maybe the standard deviation of my returns?
Not the standard
Like the
deviation, but I've done the math. Yes, I've looked at the all the other stuff. It's pretty obviously very profitable. Yeah,
can you maybe like
Obvi-
elaborate on that? Like
Wait,
I
what's
can
the
show
number to
you.
that very
I
profit?
can show you my track record, all of that stuff.
Also, I have to end the live soon, guys.
5
Please
a.m.
drop a follow if you
But
enjoyed this.
I can show you my track record, Mark.
I should have done this. Honest to God, this is what I should be doing. If this is like 150, I would have had 150 million followers if I did what you did, Shiraz, at this point.
How would you do that?
Because I can talk about these things and describe them with actual industry terms.
So let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Providing value, unfortunately, doesn't get you followers and attention.
But
It's
you
like
don't provide
one.
any value and you have a ton.
I could provide so much value, but
But you
have
don't have any provable value. All you're doing is just pointing. Do you know what the monkey stock trading experiment is or no?
Brother, it's like 5 a.m., man. I just call it a day.
Okay. Basically,
Well,
there's
this
a
is
bunch of. All
A
right.
good conversation though. We had a good conversation. I don't know how you feel
Sure.
about it. It's whatever. But what do you call it? If you guys want to see my track record at a different time, wait, it should just be. Well, let's see the comments. Let's just quickly. The live would be good if Shiroz was actually profitable.
Well, he might be. I don't know. It's not really the question though. But also, there's a experiment done where they had monkeys point at random stock tickers, and a lot of those monkeys they beat the
Outperform,
market,
yeah.
and yeah, exactly.
I
So
know.
unless you can sit there and prove that what you're doing has like
But the monkeys pick one stock.
mathematical reasoning to it, all you are is just a monkey that's picking things. And
The
yeah, you can pick
monkeys.
a
The monkeys just picked one stock. I have multiple different stocks, multiple
okay. Those
different
monkeys could have
transactions.
picked they could have each picked 1 million stock. Same thing would have happened.
If they all picked up 1 million stock, then they would get.
Yeah.
No, the more stocks you pick, the closer your return will be to the average
Oh,
S&P.
to the mark. Okay, fine. All right, let's say they picked as many stocks as you do. Fine. They picked as many stocks as you do. Some of them would still outperform you or do worse than you. Like, there's no
No, actually,
provable.
that's not true at all. Yeah.
The variation of the stock market would literally tell you what I'm describing is true.
No, if the monkeys actually picked as many like stocks as me, and like
Yeah.
they had to like go through as much time and transactions as I did, then only in parallel universes will some of them outperform the market. Parallel universes, sure, not in this one. Yeah.
Okay, but there'd be stocks that would. But in theory, you could have a monkey that would pick all stocks that are all winners, and you haven't picked everything that's all winners, right?
Technically, in mathematical theory, yeah, it's technically possible that I go my whole life every single day making
Okay.
1,000,000% a day. Okay, not literally millions, say 200% a day
Okay.
every day for the rest of my life, from the day I was born to the day I pass away. Okay,
Okay.
that still wouldn't mathematically 100% guarantee that I'm profitable. Maybe I got lucky. Maybe I just got really lucky. If you look at it from a mathematical perspective.
Yes. Yes, that's
So
yes,
in
yes,
your
that's the
standards,
entire
then
yes.
according to your standards,
That's the
right?
standard for the entire financial
So
firm, though.
then
That's history. But yeah,
according to
goodbye,
this
Scotty. Take care.
according I
Yeah.
understand that, brother. I'm not an idiot. I understand that. But then according to that standard, right?
Yeah.
No, we don't know. Not even Warren Buffett. No one is profitable. We don't know. We will never know anything.
No, but they have proof. No, but the way that they do it is they have factors that show that they're proving it. They can
I do
prove it. That's the
too. Or
difference.
increase the probability, you mean. Technically never prove it. Increase the probability, you mean, right?
No, there's mathematical ways of proving you have an edge.
No, maybe they just got lucky every day.
No, they've proven they have an edge. They can sit there
They
and
can't
go through the
100%
math.
prove it.
Yes, they
They can't
can.
100%. No,
Yes,
they
they
can't.
can. Yes, they can. Yes, they have. Do you know who Jim Simons is?
No.
Do you know the medallion? Okay, here. Do you know what the medallion fund is?
4 a.m., bro. Come on, what's going on? Let's talk about this another day, okay?
All right, fine. You can go. Sorry for pressuring you about the thing that you made your entire account on. Sorry about that. But I guess have a good morning, or you're going to bed?
I'm gonna go to bed and wake up and make millions of dollars in the morning, okay? I'm just kidding. Take care, bro. Bye.
Take care. Goodbye, Shiraz. Well, that was.
That was
Let me
quite
think a
interesting.
second. He didn't know what alpha was.
You know what? Fuck Alpha. He didn't know how like to measure the risk of his portfolio that he was taking,
Right.
and
Like,
even
what's
if
yeah.
he wanted to like not know those risk measures, pitching to a hedge fund and not even knowing basic fee structures nor who his LPs would be is just
Right.
quite unfathomable. And selling his pre-alerts and not being able to
Put you
answer
there, Victor.
like that, not being able to answer whether he's sending out those
Yeah.
alerts pre-trade, post-trade.
Right, that's concerning because if he sends it out post, that would mean that his followers are just, liquidity for him to make money in a way. But also, Victor, how old are you? You're gonna be the last guest, Victor.
Hi, how are you? Good morning. I'm 25.
All right, go ahead, Victor.
All right, yeah, so I'm gonna agree with you. Trading courses
Okay.
are a scam because most of these traders they actually make their money from the courses rather than actually like trading. Like for
Right.
example, here in Africa, college also for us in Africa is also a scam, right?
Well, I don't know
Because
about Africa to be fair, but go ahead.
because if you're looking into into the market, and if you're also looking at how it's structured, right? It's more of a monopoly system, whereby if you guys, if your family does not own a company, then there's no money that you're gonna make, right? So most of us end up doing trading, but personally, for me, I rather go to YouTube, get a few ticks on what's going on, and just do it myself. I feel like trading is more of gambling. I just feel like maybe it's just more structured gambling. So you're just like taking your luck in, you see. So this
Right.
whole trading, day trading and stuff, right? I just feel like
Yeah.
it's just us gambling with whatever money that will be there,
Yes.
just to try and
Yes.
break out your luck. That's it. So the moment that I
Yes.
see someone who trades trying to sell me a course, I actually have this
Yes.
saying: there is no way someone is making money and teach you how to make money also,
Thank
because
you.
the
Thank you.
the
Yes.
moment that
Yes.
you've got a large amount of people doing the same thing, then that thing is no longer important, hence the value goes
Yes.
down, you see.
Yes.
So I don't really think if you see someone trying to sell you a course, they're actually making money off the course, right? Because I can write down a course, I can trade today, I can trade tomorrow and be lucky and actually write down a course. I'm like, oh guys, I flipped $100 to be 10,000 and here's how I did it, right? But it's all just luck. So yeah, the courses will be a scam.
Absolutely. Amazing. Thank you, Victor. That was beautiful. I think you understood more than the guy selling the day trading signal or whatever he was selling.
Yeah, no, this guys will
For
be
real.
in denial. As I said, they'll be just making money off this. Oh, okay, look, I make money like this. Let me give you my tips on how to do it, right?
Yeah.
Because the other thing that people don't actually get, if you want to make money in trading, you actually need to have float. You need to be rich already. Because the thing is, we go in with $100 float, right? So we're afraid to take risks. You see? So the thing is, it's different for someone who can go into trading with about maybe let's say 100K, right? They can manage to lose like 80,000, right? Before it actually blows the account. And the moment that you put your $100 in, that money is gonna get blown that fast. You see, so you also need float. People need to understand all of that.
Right. I get it. I get it. Yeah, and you're absolutely right, Victor. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I don't know how things are in Africa if college is bad over there, but yeah, I can't speak to Africa to be 100%. I'm talking more so in America, in the West. Yeah, I can't speak to Africa, but I get it. Thank you,
Thanks for
Victor, for
having me.
joining. I appreciate it. That was beautiful. Nice. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Please drop a follow if you enjoyed. I'm gonna end the live now, but I will be back on tomorrow. This looks like it's a good topic. Yeah, geez, 40 followers and one stream is a new record. This is nice. I can get used to this. Thank you, because TikTok was censoring my streams before. I was getting under 20 when before I got over 40, but now it seems like it's back to being normal. Czech economy, it's chalked. What do you mean by it's chalked? I'm not sure. Thank you for the gift. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll do other lives too, but I think I'm gonna be running for this one for a bit. But I'll switch it around. Yeah, drop a follow if you enjoyed, guys. I'm gonna be ending it in a minute. But anyway, but yeah, if you guys didn't know what Shiraz was talking about, is he couldn't really describe his risk-adjusted returns, so you don't actually know how good his returns were. He could be risking everything to make like 10%, but you wouldn't really know that. Yeah, Shiro's, at least he was trying to explain, but yeah, there are levels to the game, brother. Yeah, and I agree with you. And I agree with you. This is a good live stream. Jeez, 100 people. Over 100 people tuned in. It's nice. But anyway, I'm probably memes, yeah. He knows what he's doing, but he doesn't, yeah. Anyway, thank you, Mark, for joining. Thank you, Scotty, as well. I'm going to end the live stream now.
Thank you for having us.